You know what I'm saying? I
Brother
did go like,
Shaka,
oh, yeah.
let me say this before I go. You are
Yeah.
one of the most dangerous brothers in our community. Why? Because he has been listening for a long time, and when you say something, he's going to say, "Wait, but you said this on this day. Here's the video."
And he's going to have the
He is
documentation.
one of the most dangerous brothers in our community. And so I'm excited that you're here. I'm excited that Sonnetta's audience now knows about you. He was talking to me about Shaka. I thought he was talking about Shaka almost for a second. Because Sonnetta love him some Shaka Ma'at forever. So I'm just honored that now we have a more global. I know Rob Moore was kind of making a joke, but he was also making a comment. The reality is that this internet is going to allow Africans all over the world to connect on our interest, and that is powerful. That is powerful.
Yes.
I'm honored to be on. I promise I will communicate with you. I'm watching your shows ardently, Shaka. So whenever you would like me to come and chat with you privately or publicly, please let me know.
Yeah.
Okay?
I hope you're doing well. The title of this live stream is Live Open Panel Questions and Answers. Let me check the sound quality. Give me one moment. Sounds good on my end. Now, let's see who's in the place to be. Donnie Williams is in the place to be. Now, make sure you check the video called Kemet and Ma'at. You have it in the chat. And if anybody wants to get on the panel, you do have the link as well. I'm going to pin it also on my second channel. Alors sur TikTok, je suis en live sur mon compte YouTube. Vous avez l'adresse sur mon compte. Donc c'est Ma'at Forever en un seul mot. C'est le même nom que mon utilisateur, mon pseudonyme sur TikTok. Donc soyez libre. Si vous avez des commentaires, des questions, allez-y. Je suis en train de faire un live en même temps sur mon compte YouTube. So I'm on TikTok at the same time. So I'm letting them know that they can holler right here on my YouTube account. Usually it's more French-speaking people that I see on TikTok. You know, so whenever you hear me speaking French, then I'm just speaking, you know, to the people who are watching me right now on TikTok. Now, one moment, I'm going to pin the link to get on the panel. So feel free. I want to hear from you. And For those who don't want to get on the panel, well, use the chat. The chat is open to everybody right now. You don't even have to be a subscriber. Alors sur TikTok, je vous préviens que je suis en train de faire un live sur YouTube au moment où je vous parle. Donc n'hésitez pas à venir. J'ai mis le lien pour aller sur mon panel sur YouTube. Donc le compte c'est Mahat Forever. Si vous voulez pas monter sur le panel parce qu'il faut une webcam, dans ce cas-là, n'hésitez pas à mettre un commentaire, à poser des questions. Ok? Alors. Sur chaîne YouTube at forever. Alors comme d'hab sur TikTok, vous êtes très... Ah, yeah. Oh, look at this. We have Elder Yarah in the place to be. And that's surprising. Now, if you have questions, if you have comments, feel free. Whether you agree or disagree. People know how I get down. I don't mind if they disagree with me. We will never agree on everything. Elder Yarah is a Hebrew Israelite. You know, while you're here, I mean, I was well ask you because I know that not all Hebrew Israelites are the same, but it's a known fact that there are quite a fair bit of Hebrew Israelites who dislike Africans. Let me look for the name. I think his name is Zaquan. Zaquan, yeah, Zaquan. Zaquan hates the Hamites. Now he's been, you know, kind of diplomatic. He's using the term Hamites, you know, but that's Africans, you know. But you have others, you know, who say that they hate Africans, you know, it's documented, you know what I'm saying. As a matter of fact, one moment. Alors sur TikTok, je suis en live sur mon compte YouTube, c'est pour ça que vous m'entendez parler anglais, parce que sur mon compte YouTube, il y a plus d'anglophones qui me suivent. Par contre, sur mon compte TikTok, j'ai remarqué qu'il y a plus de francophones qui me suivent. Donc tout le monde est libre de venir sur mon panel sur YouTube. J'ai le lien dans le chat. Si vous avez des questions, des commentaires, allez-y et voilà. So there was actually a Hebrew Israelite who come from the Congo. That's quite at the center of the African continent. And he dislikes Africans because he's a Hebrew Israelite. Make that make sense? That dude is from the Congo. I forgot if he was born over there, but he's definitely from over there. And he's a French speaker as well, so maybe you came across him. Sorry. He's been on Judah Nasr's panel. You know what I'm saying? He may have been on some other people's panel. He's been on my panel as well, you know. And he's not anonymous and unidentified, you know. So that's one of the most amazing things I ever heard. But anyway, Elder Yarah is very, very quiet, as you can all see. Alors, sur TikTok, je suis en live sur mon compte YouTube. Donc, n'hésitez pas à me rejoindre. Vous êtes toujours très timide sur TikTok. Hein. Je vois pas encore de questions. Mais bon, c'est pas grave. Après, beaucoup de gens sont les spectateurs. Ils regardent ce qui se passe. We have MF Dreadson in the place to be. How you doing? So come on, you know, like it says, live, open panel, questions and answers. There's a few, you know, topics that I could, you know, bring, but I'd rather let people, you know, just freely talk about what they would like. You know what I'm saying? Because lately, I kind of had a fair bit of live streams, And so there was, a particular topics, and usually when there's a topic, then people can be, a bit hesitant to address other things. Now, Elder Yarah wrote, any Israelite. Oh, and for the record, let me just check that it's really him. 'Cause it's a good habit to take because you never know. So I'm gonna do this and channel, and yes, I can confirm that this is really Yarah. This is really his channel, his account. He wrote, any Israelite who hate Africans who are ignorant of the Bible and pedigree of Israel. All right. And here is an example.
As a people, I hate Africans because of what they did to my people.
But he's not the only one, there's many others. So feel free. Comments, questions, go ahead. Everybody, feel free. Alors sur TikTok, pour ceux qui viennent d'arriver, je suis en live sur mon compte YouTube. C'est pour ça que vous m'entendez parler anglais, parce que la plupart des gens qui me suivent sur YouTube sont anglophones. Ceux qui m'ont le plus soutenu durant beaucoup d'années, ce sont les Afro-Américains en fait. Donc, si vous avez des questions, des commentaires, vous pouvez les poser ou les saisir dans le chat de TikTok, ou bien vous pouvez nous rejoindre directement sur le compte YouTube. C'est l'idéal en fait. Il y a aussi le lien pour monter sur mon panel sur YouTube, donc vous êtes libre. Voilà. So, I could flow, but really, I'm just gonna see if there's any comments, questions. And if not, then I call it a day, you know what I'm saying? I call it a day, Because honestly, what I prefer doing, is dealing with the meta nature, but there's so few people who deal with the meta nature. Alors sur mon compte TikTok, pour ceux qui ne savent pas, en fait, ce que je préfère, c'est en fait les médias nature, un de mes sujets favoris. C'est pour ça que je suis allé dans plein de musées ces dernières années pour filmer des artefacts. Et donc, mais malheureusement, il n'y a pas beaucoup de gens intéressés par cette langue ou cette écriture. Et il y en a quelques-uns qui font des freestyles aussi, mais bon, c'est la vie. Donc voilà, c'est vraiment un de mes sujets favoris en fait. Donc, et bon, là vous êtes libre. Donc je vais pas être long, s'il n'y a pas de questions, pas de commentaires, je vais pas être long, ça va pas durer. Alright. Sad thing is that when it's drama, when it's beef, then there's a lot of participation. My goodness. Now, Elder Yarah wrote, the Exodus story is not about native Africans as oppressors, which is falsely taught among many Israelites, but there were Asiatics who rose to power during the Exodus narrative. Alors, il y a un Afro-Américain qui est un Hébreu israélite, en fait, c'est comme ça qu'il s'appelle aux États-Unis, donc c'est un noir juif, et il parle de l'Exode. Donc, il parle de l'histoire de l'Exode et il dit que ça ne concerne pas des natifs africains oppresseurs, mais que c'était des Asiatiques qui ont accédé au pouvoir. Alors, je vais lui dire que l'Exode, c'est fictif, c'est pas historique. The Yarah Exodus story is fictional. The Exodus story of the Bible is fictional. It's not historical. Not historical at all. You are believing in a fairy tale, brother. You have the right to believe in whatever you want. You're not the only one, as a matter of fact. It is not historical at all. Now, Elder Yarah wrote, expulsion versus Exodus is a matter of perspective. Well, the biblical Exodus story is fiction. It's not historical. There's no attestation of it, just like there's no attestation of Moses. There's not a single document that mentions Moses during his lifetime. There's no record of people leaving Egypt in mass and a pharaoh following them with his army and dying in the water. This is fictional. This is a fairy tale. This is folklore. But many people have beliefs in tales that are not historical. It is theology, and theology is not history, so. And one problem is people who push theological narrative as if it was historical. The Bible doesn't even give the name of that pharaoh that Moses dealt with. There's no record of Moses. It's fictional, historical, fictional. You have some pseudo people like Captain Tazariak who claim that there's attestation of Moses in hieroglyphic, but that's the pseudo world. In the real world, people don't pay attention to weird claims like that. Just like your homie, what's his name again, Gideon said that, if I'm not mistaken, Abraham's mother is Cushitic. I'm going to hold on. I'm going to share the link in the chat. Cushitic. Oh, how did I spell it? There it is. I spelled it with a K. He said that Abraham's mother was Cushitic. I don't know where he got that. Andrew Burnett is in the place to be. How you doing, sister? Hey, Blaya, Hotep Sen I. Je suis en live sur mon compte YouTube, mais tu connais déjà. There is the link. Abraham's mother was Cushitic, according to Gideon. He never came back to back that up. People make mistakes. I've made mistakes. I gave several examples of mistakes that I've made. And if anybody claims something and he realizes that, it's... Hold on, I'm going to try to... So if that person realizes that, what he claims is not accurate, there's no shame in just, stating it for the record. Because so far, the position of anyone who makes a statement is that latest statement, right? And we have individuals who call themselves teachers. Some even call themselves scholars. Elder Yarah wrote Sinai inscription 353 and 361. Brother, il y a Hotep musique sur TikTok. Alors, je suis en live sur mon compte YouTube, Ma'at Forever en un seul mot, donc n'hésitez pas à venir sur le panel, etc. Elder Yarah, why don't you get on the panel and tell us about it? And that's another thing that people love to do. They make some claims. See, Elder Yarah believes in the Exodus story of the Bible, right? And I just stated what many people have stated. It's not historical. It's folklore. It's fictional. And here he is, Sinai inscription 353. 361. It reminds you of the people when you say that there's not a single document that mentions Jesus during his lifetime. And some people say, some Christian apologists say, oh, well, plenty of records from first century authors talking about Jesus. And if you ask them who those authors are, they were all born after the death of Jesus, not contemporaneous. And as a matter of fact, if you take it further, because they were, Elder Yarah will just address it, brother. I'm in the real world, brother Yarah. Like, come on, like I'm live right now, right? And he wrote Sinai inscription 353 and 361, and he wants me to address it. That's you're the one who brought that up. You know what I'm saying? and that's one tactic. That's one technique that people have, like Christian apologists. You know, remember that Christian apologist from the UK, right? He claims that the Ark of Covenant has been found. Then William's laughing. He has an emoji. Alors, là, je suis en live sur mon YouTube. Donc, viens directement sur le compte YouTube. Tu connais l'adresse, hein, Mad Forever. Parce que je vois que Blaya a voulu me rejoindre sur TikTok. Alors, je vais mettre le message à nouveau. Voilà. So, those Christian apologists claim that the Ark of Covenant has been found, and even the Ark of Noah, if I'm not mistaken. And they claim that the Shroud of Turin is something that covered Jesus' body. Make that make sense? And it's dated like medieval time, like, 1,000 years after the lifetime of Jesus, a millennia. Make that make sense? So one of the techniques that they have is that they want to put you to task, but the burden of proof is on the claimant. So some people have tactics like that. You know what I'm saying? The biblical Exodus story is fictional. It's not historical at all. It's fictional. Who is the Pharaoh that mistreated the Hebrews that Moses dealt with? What are the records that mentions Moses? What are the records that talk about the Exodus story? So anyway, back to these so-called first century authors who talked about Jesus, right? If you ask them the date of the records, you'll find out it's hundreds of years after the lifetime of those first century authors. Now, you have some panels where people who make historical claims about fiction, they can go and, debate it and argue it all day, every day, But those are panels where, pseudos, do their things, like flat earthers and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Metaphysicians, you know what I'm saying? People just make claims all day, you know what I'm saying? But when we deal with history, Exodus, that's just fictional. And Elder Yarah is not a young cat, you know what I'm saying? He's mature, right? He knows his stuff when it comes to being a Hebrew Israelite. He knows his stuff when it comes to the Bible. Well, but when it comes to history, Elder Yarah cannot even cite a single document that deals with the biblical Exodus story. And that's not an attack at Elder Yarah, And he's not the only one, as a matter of fact. I'm just saying, there are many people who think that there are artifacts talking about, the biblical Exodus story in museums and all that. You know what I'm saying? They really think that's the case. But anyway, so billions of Christians and Muslims and Jews / Hebrew Israelites, and not a single one can show a document that deals with the Exodus story as told in the Bible. And that's something. Donc voilà, on a un hébreu israélite. Hein, là, je m'adresse à ceux qui sont sur TikTok. De toute façon, il n'y a pas beaucoup de monde sur TikTok. Là, je vais arrêter le TikTok. Là. Comme ça, voilà. Je suis sur mon compte YouTube. Merci d'être venu. À très bientôt. I ended the TikTok. So, that makes sense. Elder Yarah wrote, but I just did. I gave you 2 primary sources. Brother, you are scared to get on the panel. You're not the only one. I'm waiting for Hebrew Israelites that have a little bit of courage, right? He wrote, now a smear of fear. You are afraid, brother. Look, maybe you didn't know. Okay. Maybe you didn't know, but I tagged the link to get on the panel. Here's the link to get on the panel. You can share your screen and you know, show us this thing. And he wrote primary sources. Make that make sense. Primary sources about the Exodus story, brother. Please don't do this to yourself. Don't do this to yourself, brother. Don't do this to yourself. Elder Yarah, don't do this to yourself. Now, Elder Yarah, you wrote, I gave you 2 primary sources, right? Is it about the biblical Exodus? Yes or no? Just one word, yes or no. Now, I know there's a few seconds between the time people type comments and the time when it appears. So maybe he has. Oh, he wrote, yes. Are you saying no PhD scholar agrees with the Exodus story? There are many PhDs who believe in the biblical fairy tale of the Exodus story, right? Now, I'm not aware of any PhD that showed a historical record dealing with the Exodus story. For example, Moses. Can you name a single document that talks about Moses during his lifetime? Yes or no? Now he's talking about PhD scholars. So let's start with this now. Is there any PhD scholars that mention a document naming Moses during his lifetime? No Moses, no Exodus story. No Moses, no biblical Exodus story. That's another technique that they have. There it is. Douglas Petrovic, Sinai inscription 353. My goodness. They don't get on the panel, and then when you just, deal with the fact that they're dealing with folklore, then they say, oh no, but he misread me. That's not what I meant in the chat. Please don't do this to yourself, Elder Yarah. Three 353-361. 353. Oh no, don't do this to yourself. No, don't do this to yourself, Yarah. Are you talking about the Serabit El Kadim Proto-Sinaitic inscriptions? Don't do this to yourself, Yarah. Here's the link on the people's favorite, Wikipedia. Now he wrote, I just gave you homework. You gave me fiction, brother. And he wrote, because you were not aware. So is this what you're talking about right now? Here, you have the link, everybody. Look at this. Serabit El Kadim Proto-Sinaitic inscriptions, right? And I search for 353. And you have that rock panel right there, right? And then I put 361. And we have that small rock right there. Is this what you were talking about, Brother Elder Yarah? Are you serious, Elder Yarah? Now, see this Sphinx, you have some writing on there, right? And these ties, oh, he wrote, yes. So he's doing this to himself. Okay, all right. Okay, let's deal with this then. I mean, I did more than address it. I have an article dealing with this on my website, right? So, you see, when you go on my website, you go to the bottom here, and it says Medu Neter, origin of the Greek and Latin alphabets, right? And here's the article. I'm going to share it in the chat. Elder Yarah, don't do this to yourself. Here's the link. See? And when you scroll down, this is from Anthony Brother's book. This is from a linguist called Stephen Roger Fisher. The book is called A History of Writing, page 48. And basically, this table by Anthony Brother, this book by Stephen Roger Fisher shows you how we went from the Medu Neter, the hieroglyphic, to the Proto-Sinaitic, to the Phoenician, to the early Greek, and to the Latin. And then we have this table by a scholar called Oli Goldwasser. You see? That's her name. Oli Goldwasser. See? That's how it's spelled. And her article is called How the Alphabet Was Born from Hieroglyphs. The article was in Biblical Archaeology Review 36/2 March/April. And she won an award for this article called Best of BAR. And you know that BAR stands for Biblical Archaeology Review. So she got the award for 2009-2010. Oli Goldwasser is a professor. She's actually head of the Department of Egyptology, Ancient Near Eastern Languages and Cultures from the Hebrew University of Jerusalem, right? Now, you have the link to the article, right? And you can click. You see where it says the article? That's a link. It's a clickable link. It's not talking about the Exodus. Hell, the Yarah. Now, he wrote, you're doing everything but addressing what the inscription reads, sir. Brother, you scared to get on panel because you know it doesn't talk about the Exodus. I dealt with this, brother. I dealt with this before. And he wrote the translation is from 2016. So that's what they do. But, you know, Elder Yarah is not the only one dealing with fiction. You know what I'm saying? See, if it did, I said it does. You said it does what? Okay, it's okay. You're scared to get on the panel. I understand. You're not the only one. Okay. If she dealt with the biblical Exodus story, trust me, it would be known. She would have had an award for the scholars, for award given to this scholar for documenting attestation of the Exodus story, of the biblical Exodus story. That's what it will be. Her article is not attestation of the biblical Exodus. Her attestation is, her title is How the Alphabet Was Born from Hieroglyphs. The alphabet that we're using, right, doesn't mean each and every single letters, but, the A, B, C, D, all the way to the Z, it derives from the hieroglyphics. It derives from the Medu Neter. It derives from the African language, from the African script. That's how she got an award. Nothing to do with the biblical Exodus. So, people, beware. If someone makes a claim, let that person document that claim. Because a lot of times they send you, to waste time. Now he wrote, that's exactly what I thought you'd do, which is not address what the inscription says. I said Douglas Petrovic, PhD, does a 2016 translation. He does a translation of what, brother? Now he puts a laughing emoji because he knows that what he's saying is fictional. Basically, it's a July fool that Elder Yarah is doing right now on us. That's why he's laughing, My goodness. Where is the Eiffel Tower? Paris, France. Where is the Statue of Liberty? New York, USA, right? The Peace Tower, where is it? Italy. Now, if I ask you, where's the document talking about the biblical Exodus story? We have billions of Christians, Muslims, / Jews, Hebrews, Israelites, and not a single one can tell you about this document. That's fiction. No document, no historical document talking about the biblical Exodus. Elder Yarah just made that up because he came here to give us some jokes. And here you can see he keeps typing Sinai inscription 351 361. Now earlier he put different numbers. Look, here he put 353. As a matter of fact, here you can see he put 353 361. Now he puts 351 361. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they like to do. Name scholars and names of inscriptions, but they can't even tell you what's written. Like, what is written on that? What mention is it about the Exodus story? But I appreciate you coming here and helping us have fun, and laugh, and so we can cheer. You know what I'm saying? It's nice. I appreciate that. Thank you for the laughter. I appreciate that, Elder Yarah. It's good to laugh, you know what I'm saying? And as a matter of fact, that may inspire me because, hey, I may do stand-up comedy, But I have to be careful because, you don't want to be laughing at people's religion. People are free to believe in whatever they want, Some people have religions. They will tell you, okay, it's my belief. But others will tell you, oh, it's historical. It happened. It's documented. Now here, Elder Yarah wrote, Sinai 351 is an inscription that depicts the God Yahweh with the name Yah at the base of a shrine. You see, thank you, Elder Yarah. I thank you so much. Thank you. I don't even know how to say thank you in Hebrew. Because he went from talking about attestation of biblical Exodus to, oh, this document mentions Yahweh. But people who are not used to that, they would have went and looked it up and spent time, what I'm saying, just to find out. They just wasted time for nothing. Oh, so how is it pronounced? Thank you. I don't even know how to say thank you in Hebrew. Thank you in Hebrew. Toda. Okay. Well, in England, to say bye, they say tada. But Toda. Okay. Toda, Elder Yarah. My goodness. I appreciate that. And here he wrote, I just gave you homework. And here he named a scholar, right? Douglas Petrovic. Gave the name of an inscription, right? And here, what did he say? I gave you two primary sources. But what were we talking about? We were talking about the Exodus story. And he claimed that he gave me primary sources. And we were talking about the Exodus story. And now he talks about Yahweh. I can give you some primary source. About the biblical god El, who got so drunk that he fell in his own urine and feces. There it is, it's in the chat. The God of the Bible got so drunk that he fell in his own urine and feces. You know, Elder Yarah wrote that's not the biblical God. Shaking my head. Oh, for real? It's not the biblical God? El is not the biblical God? Are you serious? Oh my goodness. That's amazing. Now, Britannica, Encyclopedia Britannica. Let's have a look together. El, Semitic deity. El, let me make sure it's sharing. Yes, it is. The general term for deity in Semitic languages, as well as the name of the chief deity of the West Semites in the ancient text from Ras Shamra, ancient Ugarit in Syria. El was described as the titular head of the pantheon, husband of Asherah, and father of all the other gods except for Baal. His most common epithet was the bull, but he was also sometimes called creator/possessor of heaven and earth. Although a venerable deity, he was not active in the myths, which primarily concerned his daughters and son. He was usually portrayed as an old man with a long beard and often 2 wings. He was the equivalent of the Hurrian god Kumarbi and the Greek god Cronus. In the Old Testament, El is commonly used as a synonym for Yahweh and less commonly as a general term for deity. Encyclopedia Britannica just made it clear that El is the God of the Bible. The Old Testament, that's the Bible. I don't think we need to go there. Old Testament, the Hebrew Bible. Any other question or comment from anybody? You know, Elder Yarah he's having a fictional moment, but he's not the only one. You know, there's many people like him. You know, and here he wrote dagger. Okay, dagger, fine. He learned today that El is the God of the Bible. Anything else, brothers and sisters? Feel free. I love this convo. It's nice. Come on now. Now, here he wrote El used as a misnomer, a synonym, not the God of the Bible. Okay, well, you know, if I have to choose between your fictional claims and Encyclopedia Britannica, I prefer to rely on Encyclopedia Britannica, you know. Oh, there it is. Hello, Elder Yarah, how are you?
Hey, Hotel. Peace to you, brother. What's good?
Okay. Peace to you. I'm chilling, brother.
I see you having an academic and intelligence seizure over here, man.
Call it what you want. It's called facts.
Yeah. So let's just go back to your last source, and then we'll get to the Sinai inscriptions, right? Let's just go back to your last source, right? Your tutelary source, your secondary source. You went to the Britannica, and let's just read the last few lines, and then look at what I posted, what I told you earlier. See, if you just listen to me, brother, I'm gonna help you out. It's the same thing I tell a lot of you Kemetic brothers. The Bible is not your forte. So when you walk in it, you should tread lightly and with much respect, right? So let's look at your last source. It tells you that the L usage in the Old Testament is used as a misnomer. Do you understand what it means to be a synonym? Right? It's not telling you that that's the same deity. It's saying that they use the word in the same way that they use the word Yahweh, not that it's the same deity. So that's fallacious for you to make that argument based on your own source. So that's something you might have to go back and research again. They simply use this as misnomers. I mean, that's basic. I mean, that's basic. That's basic biblical understanding 101, right? Even the, even the people new to the understanding, new to the reading of it, usually learn that right away. There's no bull epithet that you'll see in regards to the Bible. They slaughtered the bull, right? That was one of the claims that the Egyptians often made.
If you don't mind, let's try to do one point at a time, if you don't mind. Now, you said it's a misnomer. Nowhere does it say it's a misnomer here, okay? So here it says, I'm just saying, if you see misnomer, please tell me. So it says indeed, in the Old Testament, El is commonly used. So in the Bible, El is used as a synonym for Yahweh. So this encyclopedia says that in the Bible, El is used as a synonym for the biblical God Yahweh. So El is therefore used for God in the Bible.
Right. What is that telling you, brother? What is that telling you? You just said it. What is that telling you?
It's saying that in the Bible, El is used, and
the word. Are we talking about the word? Are we talking? Is it talking about the word, or is it talking about the Ugaritic El deity pantheon that you read about previously? Right there, brother. It's only talking about the word.
Yeah,
that's
in
all
the
it's
Bible.
Talking about. It's not telling you in any way in that article that you just read that it's making El of the Ugaritic pantheon the same as El mentioned in the biblical narrative. That's not what that's telling you. You shouldn't be so disingenuous. It's simply saying El is used as a synonym. That's language. Is it not?
Okay. It's clearly saying that El is used in the Bible as the word for God. It's a synonym for Yahweh. So in the Bible, we do have that. Okay, fine. Now we can move to another one, which is the people's favorite.
Hold on. It says it's used in the Bible, right? Does it say it is the God in the Bible? Doesn't say that. Let's deal with the language. It does not say El. Hold on. It does not say El is the same as the God in the Bible. That's not what it's telling you, and you know better than that. You shouldn't do that, right? So let's deal with your semantics, right? It simply says that El, the language, the word, is used as a synonym for God out of your own mouth. So in other words, El and God can be the usage of the word. That's all it's saying. It's just like if we say, right? It's just like if you have two different words. You have one word in French, and we have a different word in the English narrative. When you say we, what is that usage in French? What does that mean in French?
Brother, I love
I'm asking you a question. What do we say when you say we in French?
Brother, you're changing the topic right now. You're running from reality.
I'm right on topic.
Okay.
We're talking about words. We're talking about usages of words and language. The moment it says synonym, you should know automatically that it's speaking about language. You should know that.
Okay.
And you're a smart brother. I listen to you. You're a smart brother. You should know that. Right?
Yeah.
So now we can move on. I appreciate your time.
Yeah. So we have established that El is in the Bible, and that's the word for God. Now here, this is the people's favorite. The link is in the chat, right? So that's Wikipedia, and here, for everybody can see, this is the entry for El, the deity. Okay, deity is a synonym for God. And then it says the Hebrew El appears in Latin letters in standard Hebrew transcription as El, in Tiberian Hebrew transcription as El. El is a generic word for God.
There it is.
Okay.
We don't have to go any further.
Okay, so
We don't
in
have
the
to go any
Bible,
further.
so
You don't
in the
have to believe
Bible,
in the topic, brother.
okay, so
You
we
just-
have
it just-
established that.
You just read,
We have
right? It's
established.
used as a generic term. So it's not speaking
Okay.
about the Ugaritic deity. When you read about
No.
El in the Bible, it's not speaking about the Ugaritic deity. El is
Brother.
just a long word that the Israelites picked up while being in the land of Canaan among the Canaanites, right? We already know that the Akkadian language, which is connected to the Ugaritic culture, the Akkadian language, there's several long words that we find in the standard Hebrew language. It's just we're talking about phonology and we're talking about morphology. We're not talking about the actual Canaanite deity El. That's that. Like I said, brother, and I appreciate you saying that it uses a generic term. That's all I was saying. That's what a misnomer is. If you were not aware of the definition. So let's move on to these inscriptions.
I'm very well. So we are both established using two sources. One is Britannica, Encyclopedia Britannica. The other one is the free encyclopedia called Wikipedia. We are both in agreement that in the Bible we do have El, and El is the God. So you have
it's a generic term. Yes.
You can call it a generic term.
No, you read it.
I
didn't call it that. You read that. That was your source.
Yeah, but we can move on because it's in the
Yes,
Bible,
thank you.
right? So the Bible is the word.
Is
the word. Okay, the Bible is the word of God, right? Your God used the word El. He knows better than you.
The Bible. When you talk about the Bible as the word of God, the Bible is no more than the word of God than you reading in the Meta-Netrus, the words of Ra.
We have attestation for what, when we deal with the Meta-Netrus and the pharaohs, we have attestation, we have their name in the Bible, we don't have the name for Pharaoh. But check this out, let's deal with the Exodus, right? That was the main thing, right?
There are pharaohs named in the Bible. There are pharaohs named in the Bible. What do you mean?
For the Exodus, we don't have the name of the Pharaoh, do we?
Well, just as we see in the ancient Kemetic culture, whenever they went to war with the enemy, most of the times, especially when there was something that was unfavorable to them or in a position of defeat, they did what the Latins call damnatio damnatio, as we see with Hatshepsut, where they erased her name and her rulership for most of the monuments that they had in ancient Kemet, right? And so had we not discovered her actual tomb, we would not have even known of Hatshepsut and even about her rule. The Egyptians had the ancient people of ancient Kemet was well known for erasing the names or not using the names of people or even lying about their defeats at times. So simply because when you read in the biblical narrative, it doesn't name the actual name of the Pharaoh, right? Which we know the Pharaoh only means great house, right? It's talking about the people who control the government. So at that particular time, they were not just speaking of just one specific person. They were speaking of a political system, a people who came to power, which is what I say were not native Africans, but actually I believe these were Asiatics that were oppressing Israelites, as the biblical narrative actually leads us to say and to understand. So, simply because it doesn't name the Pharaoh in that instance, there are other biblical narratives, there are other apocryphal books that actually does name the name of the Pharaoh. So
I appreciate that because it's so amazing how long-winded you were to just confirm that the Bible does not give the name of the Exodus Pharaoh, but you are free to do it however you like. It's okay. So let's deal with the Exodus story.
I just told you there are apocryphal texts that do give a name of the Pharaoh.
That's not the Bible, brother. That's not the Bible. Okay.
What makes you think it's not the Bible?
Okay, all right. So now you're saying that the apocryphal text, that's the Bible. That's what you're saying now.
There are apocryphal texts in the Bible, absolutely. What do you mean?
There are okay.
Are you mean to tell me that there are no Bibles with no apocrypha included in them? There are Bibles that have the apocrypha included.
Okay. Now we heard what he said. Apocryphic writing is the Bible according to him. Fine. What's the record for the Exodus story, the biblical Exodus story? What are the records? Because you mentioned some. So please feel free to share them with us.
We talked about Sinai inscriptions 353, 361. Right.
Feel free to share your screen and show it.
Well, I'm on my phone. If I get to my computer, let me see if I can actually pull it up.
Yeah, feel free to get on your computer. Yeah, because you're making that up right now, and we're going to see that
actually,
together.
I'm not making it up. And in fact, if you keep saying I'm making it up, you're going to embarrass yourself, and I'm not trying to do that.
Oh,
I just gave you the PhD scholar. Hold on, I gave you the PhD scholar who actually does the work. His name is Douglas Petrovich. He is a PhD scholar world-renowned PhD scholar, and he translates the latest translation of those inscriptions that I named from 2016 versus
Feel free to get your
the
computer, so
article
we're
you
gonna learn.
pulled versus the article
Because
you
so
pulled,
far
which
you
was
haven't
done
shown
in
any
20.
single record of the Exodus story. So feel free to use the computer. I have time.
You,
I have time. So
because
we're gonna
one of the
learn.
things
I'm gonna
that you
learn today.
named, yeah, one of the things that you said was there's no attestation or there's no mention of the name Moses in any inscription. And I gave
There's
you those
no record
inscriptions
of
that has
Moses
been
during his
translated.
lifetime.
Yes, and I just gave you those inscriptions. I gave you 3 inscriptions, and I gave you those inscriptions. And one of those inscriptions that I gave you, so if you do the homework, actually mentions the name of Moses according to the PhD scholar.
Okay,
So,
okay. Feel free to show us. Get your computer and feel free to show us. I'm waiting. I have time.
So this is the thing that you're doing, right? So this is the thing
No,
that you're
brother,
doing.
brother, you haven't shown anything. You made a claim. Yeah, you made a claim.
And
I'm
I
waiting for you to show
made a
it.
claim. I just gave you. I just gave you.
No,
Listen, you keep saying I made a claim.
You did not show it. Yes. So please
I
use your
just
computer. I'm
gave
waiting.
you. I
Brother,
just
you're running
gave
right now.
you.
You see,
I
I
just
told
gave
you.
you a citation. And if
You
you
said
and if
you're
you
gonna
listen,
get your
if you-
computer,
and if you're
right?
the scholar that you claim that you are, if the scholar that you claim you are, you know what you do? You say, you know what, Elder Yarah, let me look into that, and then I will get back to you.
I have an article on my website dealing with what you claim. You know what I'm saying?
You
I
absolutely
read that
don't.
before.
Then I
Well,
promise
brother,
you
brother,
don't. I
are
promise
you
you
gonna
do
run
not.
all night, or are you gonna run for 2 minutes or 3 minutes?
You've been
you know?
running all day. I promise you don't.
Okay.
Let me see if
Well,
I
I'm
can
here.
share. If I
I'm
can
here.
share
You
my
did not show
screen.
anything, so please use
Let
your
me see
computer.
if I can share my screen with you. I will have to
Okay.
get up.
You won't be able to share with your mobile phone, so feel free to
I
get on
won't
the
be able
computer.
to
I'm
do
here.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on.
I have
Let
time.
me get it.
I have time.
How long
Okay.
you gonna be there? Give me like 5. Give me like 5 minutes. Give me like 5 minutes to get to my office, and I'll be right back. And I'll share my screen. And
I'm
so when
waiting.
we talk about this, are you gonna be able to produce any epigraphis?
Brother, one thing at a time, please. One thing at a
I'm
time, because
asking you. I want you to be prepared when I come
I can
back.
tell you already running from the claim you made.
No,
you
I
know?
said I'm going to get my computer. What I want you to do is be prepared when I come back.
Let's do this.
Because what
I'm
you're doing
prepared,
right now,
brother.
what you're doing right now,
so
I didn't think
prepared.
it was that much of a coward, but we'll deal when I come back. Give me 5 minutes. I'll be right
now
back.
you call me a coward. Now you didn't show anything.
Because you
call me
just
a
said
coward.
I'm running.
Okay. Well,
Isn't
I'm
that
waiting.
You calling me a coward? So I'll be right back.
I'm waiting, brother. I did
I'll
not
be
call you
right
a
back.
coward.
Let me get my computer. Let me get to my
you
office.
making? Yeah, I'm waiting, but
let me get
brother,
to my computer. I got
did
you.
I
I'll be
call
right
you a
back.
coward? Did I call him a coward? He made that up as well. So, brothers and sisters, brace yourself. Contact all the Abrahamic believers that you know, even those who are not Abrahamic believers, people who deal with history, scholars. He's going to show us some documentation dealing with Moses, the biblical Moses, right? And we're going to see if he's contemporaneous or not. So, Christopher Withers wrote, not true. I know it's not true, but he's going to find out, I think he's going to have a connection issue. Danny Williams with LOL. Christopher Withers wrote, "Oh, Rhino, thy screen outside over to pay she raining." I don't know what that means. And Christopher Withers wrote, "Please show the Egyptian inscriptions." Now, he said that it is a Sinai inscription, so I don't think it would be an Egyptian inscription, but some of these Sinai inscription, we know that there's some hieroglyphic writing, what I'm saying? So, but we're gonna see, what I'm saying? He's gonna, we're gonna learn today. I'm gonna get embarrassed today, live on air. He's gonna be something. He's gonna show us some documents dealing with the biblical Exodus, and he even said Moses. He may forget that he said that, So we will see if it's contemporaneous. We will see if it's during Moses' lifetime. As a matter of fact, I'm going to ask him what's Moses' lifetime. What I'm saying? So we're going to learn today. I'm going to learn. I love learning. Every day we can learn. I don't know it all. So brace yourself, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. We're going to finally get to know about some historical document dealing with the biblical Exodus. Wow, I can't wait. I'm going to learn today. I'm going to get that work today. You're going to get this work. And you heard me say that he made that up, right? Let's see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. So you heard him once again. He named a scholar. You know, that's what they like to do. Such and such scholar, such a scholar. What's the record? We're gonna find out. I'm so excited. Record about the Exodus, the biblical Exodus that is. We're gonna see some record dealing with the biblical Exodus. My goodness. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. It's coming. It's coming. Historical document. Just checking the sound, you know. Gotta make sure the sound is okay. We are live. The whole world will learn about these documents dealing with the biblical. Oh, okay. He's gone, you know, maybe he had some connection issues, or maybe he's just going to connect on his laptop. We're going to see, you know. But you heard me said he may have some connection issues. I don't think he will go there, but if he wants to, he's free, you know. There he is. He's connecting. My goodness, we're going to learn today. It's connecting right now. It says device is not connecting, but oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, I don't see the webcam. There it is. Oh, we're gonna learn today. Let's go.
Yeah. So you said that this information I made up. Is that your statement?
Yes. What's the date for Moses?
That's your statement that I made it up? No.
Yes.
You said that the information I provided that I made it up.
Can we do one at a time? Can we do one at a time? Because I answered. I answered your question. I answered yes.
Okay, so you're saying that I fabricated.
Hold on. I answered your question already.
So you made a claim.
No, hold on. I answered your question, brother. So now I have a question for you.
You made a claim that I fabricated this
You're not even letting me asking you a question. I already answered. You made that up. Now, what's the date for Moses, brother? What's the date for Moses?
The date we're gonna put for Moses in this instance, we're gonna be talking about 1446 BCE. That's what we're gonna be dealing with right now.
Thank you.
All right.
1446 BCE. Date.
Yeah, let me share my screen. You ready?
Yes, I don't see it, but feel free to share your screen and then put it up. Given by Elder Yarah. You're not sharing yet. You know, I don't know if you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I don't see the share. You know, you haven't done it yet, have you? You preparing it?
Yeah.
So 1446.
And then I'll show you my.
I see it now. So boom. So 1446 BCE. That's the date for Moses given by Elder Yarah. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So
again, please,
what we're dealing with, right?
Can you share the link, please? In the private chat, so I can share it so everybody have the link, please.
Okay, hold on. Let me copy.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
And then let me put it. You want me to put it in the chat?
Yes, please, in private chat. You were breaking up a little bit, but please.
You want it in the private chat?
Yes, please, brother. Please, because I'm the only one who can share a link in the. Okay, there it is. So here's the link. Bible archaeology. So hold on, verification.
Oh, okay.
Boom. Associates for biblical research. Here was the link in the chat for everybody. Feel free, brother Elder Yarah. Here's the link. You have it in the chat, everybody. That's the link. So I don't know if you can hear me, Elder Yarah, but we're waiting for that for those records you mentioned.
You should have it. You don't see it?
Oh, I have the link. Can you hear me? I have the link. I shared it in the chat. Look.
I put the link in the private chat. That's what you asked.
Yes. I think there's some delay between us, but I received the link you shared. Look, I put it in the chat.
It is.
Yeah, there it is. So
now let's talk about the actual inscription.
Yes, please.
Got you. All right, so let's talk about this inscription. Let me make it a little bit larger. so that people can see what I'm saying. Because you made the claim that I made it up. That's the first mistake.
Okay,
right?
let's go. Feel free.
Where you're going to be wrong, right? So again,
Okay,
we're dealing with the language, right? Right.
I thought we
Can
were
you see
dealing
it
with the
now?
record, but feel free.
Yeah, we can get with it. It's okay. No rush, right?
Okay. Well, no rush, but
So it talks
it
about
sounds like you're gonna freestyle now.
Douglas Peshew. You said what?
I said it sounds like you're going to freestyle because you said you're
What
gonna
do you-
show some record, and now you're reading an article. But feel
No,
free,
I'm
brother.
not
Feel free.
tell anything.
Yeah,
You
feel
just
free.
need to calm down.
I'm so calm, brother.
You
I
just
can't wait.
need to calm down. It's okay. Yeah, there's a lag going on. Hold on. One second. Hold on, there's a lag going on. Hold on.
That's how it starts.
Hold on, there's a lag going on. Hold on.
Okay, I have time. I really have time. Take your time. We're gonna know this records dealing with the biblical Exodus, and we were even given the date for Moses, 1446 BCE. I can't wait. We're gonna learn today. I'm gonna learn today.
All right. All right, finally, here it comes.
I love the convo. Great convo. Even if we disagree, we are respectful. But for the record, I did not call you a coward. You called me a coward.
Oh well, I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I mean, when the moment that you
I
say
don't take offense
that,
at that. I'm just
I'm
saying because you kind of claim that I called you that somehow, some way.
Oh,
But
okay.
for the record, I did not call you a coward. You know what I'm saying? You called me a coward. And I have you on my
Okay,
panel, and you're free to share your
Yeah,
screen
no
and say
problem.
what you want. We're gonna learn,
Yeah,
brothers and
no
sisters.
problem.
Contact
No
all
problem.
people who deal with history, religion. We're gonna finally see some record dealing with the biblical Exodus.
List themselves.
And this is presumably going to be contemporaneous. I don't think it's going to be like hundreds of years after or thousands of years after. We can expect that it's going to be during the lifetime of Moses, somewhere around 1446, not hundreds of years after, not thousands of years after. I'm looking forward to this. I'm so eager. Oh my goodness, I'm going to learn today. So it looks to me like maybe you're searching for some other articles now.
No, I'm actually showing the one. I'm trying to put it up actually, and here it goes. Hold on, I got two string guards open.
Okay.
So I can
You
show
sure you're not using ChatGTP or something? Christopher Withers is asking, did I miss the inscription?
Man,
Well, I didn't see it yet, I didn't see it either, but I'm used to it, it's always like that. They make the claims and then they don't back it up. We're gonna hear names of scholars. We're gonna hear name of places. We're gonna hear name of people. Moses, probably his brother Aaron. We're gonna hear that all. But the records, let's see. Here's the screen sharing of Elder Yarah.
Can you see it? Is it small?
It's quite small. If you can make it larger, we'll be able to read.
Is it small?
I can say it. Yes, I can see it. Sorry.
Yeah, let me try to make it
very small. Okay.
You can see it.
Can you please? Well, we see it, but it's quite small. Can you please share that link as well, so that we can all. Same thing, private chat. So we know your source.
Right
Same thing, private chat. So we know. statue of Joseph question mark. You see the,
Right.
how do they call it? Mushroom headdress, which is typical for Asiatics, or Amu, as the ancient Egyptians called them, you know. And there's a brother,
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
real. I think he dealt with that. So here you can see the Sphinx, you know, with his inscription. This is something, you know, I'm very familiar with, you know what I'm saying? So Elder Yarah, can you please share the link to that website, please, in private chat, so I can put it in the chat
Let's
so we
talk
know
about
what to
these
expect.
inscriptions that I
Can you
made
hear
up.
me, Elder Yarah? Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah, can you
Yeah,
please
you
share the
said
link?
put it in the private chat.
Yes, please.
All right, let me do this. I have to reduce my screen.
All right. I don't have the link. Can you share the link in the private chat, Elder Yarah?
Well, manuscript. Yeah, I'm going to share it right now. I'm going to
Okay.
share it right now in the private
Okay,
chat.
thank you. Okay. So for the record, for the audience, see, earlier I was saying, you know, it looks
Yeah,
to
do
me
you
like,
see
you
it?
know, you're looking for a different article, and indeed, it was a different article. It's not the first article that he showed, and now maybe he's going to look for another article, you know, but he's free to do what he wants. Thank you, I got it. So now I'm sharing the
No, I'm giving
second.
you two articles. I'm giving you two articles. No, I'm giving you two articles that both agree with each other based on the work that I provided. So these are not
Okay.
two. These are not two. These are not talking about two different. These are talking about the exact same inscriptions, right?
Fine.
So
We're
now
going to see.
let's look
We're
at the
gonna see.
first one.
So that's the second article here. Okay. Love Mindful is
Right.
in the place to be, our sister from LA.
Right. I'll share my screen on. I'll share my screen on it again. Hold on, so you can see it.
Mm-hmm. Now, you know, I just want to show something to the audience. See, if I want to show an artifact, right? Let's say Amenhotep III. So I'll put Amenophis 3, and I put Louvre. And look at this, boom, and that's it. And the link, that's it. That's that quick. That's Akhenaten's father. You see? And the reference right there, N521A LP224. I don't know why there's two references, but you know, so it tells you the date between 1390 and 1352 BCE. So Amenophis, that's a Greek way, you know, in Middle Nature is Amenhotep III. It comes from KV 22, King Valley 22. So that's the tomb of Amenhotep III. And it is in a department of ancient Egyptian antiquities, of course, in the Louvre Museum. And that's the artifact right there. You see how quick it is? Here, Elder Yarah is sharing his screen. Is that the first link you shared?
All right. Are you all right? Are you done?
Of course I'm done, brother. Is that the first link you shared, brother?
Yeah, this is the very first thing I shared.
Okay, feel free then.
So let's read the articles. The very first thing that I shared. Yeah, we're talking about, and here's Douglas Petrovich, PhD scholar, right? And so this is what we're going to do. All right, hold on. Right? So this is what he's talking about, right? Let's just go down in the article a little bit. I won't beleaguer the time with you. Well, let's just go down a little bit and just read it. It said, according to Douglas Petrovich's translation, the earliest inscription, dating to 1842, includes the phrase Hebrews of Bethel, the beloved. 3 of the other inscriptions are discussed in detail. and named 3 biblical people, including Asenath, the wife of Joseph, Genesis chapter 41 and 45. Hashemat, the father of one of the craftsmen who would build the tabernacle, in Exodus 35 and 34. And the most exciting inscription, however, may be the one which names Moses and dates to 1446 BCE, the year of the Exodus. The inscription reads, "Our bound servitude has lingered. Moses then provoked astonishment." Now, this particular inscription here connects us to the biblical narrative. Now, this is what the PhD scholar said he discovered. Now, the inscription that I shared with you earlier, right? They call it the Moses inscription, right? This is Douglas Petrovich, who's a PhD scholar, right? You see it there. So that's one article. Now let me share with you the second article that actually shows what he's talking about, right? Let's look at that. And I have several others to prove it up. Now, the first thing, you said I made it up. I don't think you can hold that statement true anymore, right? You said that I made it up.
I still haven't seen the inscription, but feel free, But I maintain
that
I
made
you made that up. Yes, you made that up. I haven't seen the inscription. You're taking quite a long time to show us the inscription, but feel free, go ahead.
You hilarious, dude. Okay.
I am hilarious. Yeah. Fine. I'm not the one who made the claim.
You're hilarious. Yeah, you made the claim that I made it up.
Yes, I made the claim. I said you made that up, indeed, yes. And I still haven't seen it. And it's been a minute.
Yeah. Okay, so let's deal with this. Let me try. I'm trying to get it full screen so you guys can see. So you guys can see it when I get down here to it. All right. Let's get to these inscriptions. We'll deal with 349 and 357 later. 360 is Exodus. 353 and 361. Here it is. I'm going to make it bigger for you. You can actually see the artifact itself.
Can you please share that link? If it's not the second link you shared earlier.
I shared the link for you already. It's the same one.
Okay, fine. So that's the second one. Okay, fine. We have it already. Thank you.
Now look, here it is right here. This is the artifact itself, right? Here's the epigraphics drawing of it, right? Here's the rendering. These are the markings that are on the actual artifact itself that does exist. When you say I made it up, and it says Exodus chapters 1 through 13. This is what it agrees with. You see, here's the PhD scholar, Douglas Petrovich, 2015. This is his work, right? And it says, this inscription was made by the miners in 1446 BCE when they left the mines to join their fellow Hebrews at Sukkot. Israel traveled day and night, Exodus chapter 13:21. So Sukkot was day 2 to 3 since leaving Goshen on the way to Red Sea, crossing on day at the Straits of Tiran on day 25. The inscriptions read as translated. You see the translation right here. Hilda and William Matthew Flinders Petrie, when they discovered the Serabet El Kadim, Egypt, these inscriptions in 1905. Here is Douglas Petrovich's 2015-2016 translation. He says, our bound servitude had lingered. Moses then provoked astonishment. It is a year of astonishment because of the lady. Now, let's look at the inscription writing.
Hold on, Elder Yarah. That stuff you just read, we did not see it on the screen.
You don't see it? You don't see what I just read?
No, can you show, can you highlight, can you show what you just read?
Hold on, let me make it a little bit bigger for you on the screen. It's full screen. Can you see it now? Can you see it now? You should be able to see it. Full screen.
I see your screen sharing. It says explanation, Exodus 1 to 13, right? That's what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
but I don't see
you.
what you. Yeah, I don't see what you just read.
Oh, it's the second paragraph of it. I'll read the entire thing for you. It says explanation, Exodus 1 through 13. It says this describes the oppression of Israel under the 18th dynasty pharaohs and the 10 plagues of Egypt, which caused astonishment in 1446 BCE. It says Israel was pagan, as seen in the lady is Balat, the cow goddess Hathor. We know this from the biblical narrative because they talk about when Moses went up into the mountain, it said they began to worship a golden calf. So we know that this is correct when it talks about the lady is Balat. So Israel was pagan as seen in the lady is Balat, the cow goddess Hathor, which Israel worshipped while Moses delayed on Sinai. Moses stopped at Sukkot and sent for the Hebrew miners at nearby Serabet el Kadim. This inscription was made by the miners in 1446 BCE. This is a primary source. When they left the miners to join their fellow, when they left the mines to join their fellow Hebrews, Sukkot, Israel traveled day and night. I'm down right here. Israel traveled day and night. Exodus 13:21.
Hold on. What you're reading right now, we don't see it on the screen.
How come you don't see it on the screen? Do you see it now?
Basically, the screen that we are seeing right now is the same one, that says explanation, Exodus 1 to 13. And the last word we see is Sinai. It says, which Israel worshipped while Moses delayed on Sinai. Oh, okay, now it has moved. Okay.
You see it now?
Okay, now see. Okay, Moses stopped at Sukkot and sent for the Hebrew miners.
Yes.
At nearby Serabit El Kadim. Okay, this description. Okay. And then it says Israel traveled by night, Exodus. Okay, so Sukkot was 2-3 days living. Okay, all right. So now we have a quote that says, "Our bound servitude had lingered. Moses then provoked a punishment. It is a year of punishment because of the lady." Now, that quote right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a translation of the Moses inscription?
That's the translation, absolutely. Go back up for you. You see it?
Okay.
That's the translation that was made based on.
Okay, feel free.
Based on the petroglyphs that you see on the actual artifact there. So this is the actual translation of it right here. And so it's even numbered, right? We can go through the breakdown and they've actually numbered it here. You see where it says V1, V9, V14, V24, V25, V19 again. They've actually numbered the petroglyphs, so we know what they actually read. We can clearly see the Aleph, we can clearly see the Lamed, we can clearly see the Mem, we can clearly see the name.
Aleph is the sound A, the Lamed is the sound L. Can you show us the word Moses, please?
Yeah, here it is right here.
Which number is it?
You're going to see it's right here. Here it is. All right, where it says here. Servitude and language. Here it is right here. Look. All right.
Which number is it, brother?
Here it is right here.
Yeah, which number is it? Because you said it's numbered. So which number is it for Moses?
Right here. Here's Moses right here. That's going to be I'm looking on
what's the number, brother?
Right here.
Because we see your cursor moving everywhere, and you say it's right here.
Yeah, right here. I'm looking for it right here. It's V8.
Oh, you're looking for it. So okay. Say it again. V17 and V8. You said V17 and V8.
Yes, It's going to be V17 to V8. They have the breakdown, and let me show you the graph.
Okay. So Elder Yarah is telling us that V17 and V8 is the word Moses. Is that correct, Brother Elder Yarah?
No, I'm saying these are the words. I'm going to show you the graph and the breakdown. I'm going to show you.
Okay.
Hold on one second. Hold on one second. I'm going to show you the graph and the breakdown. I have to shrink my screen back down.
All right. I have changed the title of the stream. It's now called Yarah Claims There is a Historical Inscription of Moses. And I've also changed the thumbnail, so you can see both of us on the thumbnail and the inscription that you've
all right,
presented.
So now let me do this.
Just while you're looking at it, let me just show to the people the change. That's the title of the stream and the thumbnail of the stream. Yarah Claims There is a Historical Inscription of Moses, and you can see we have Sinai 361, aka Moses inscription, in the thumbnail.
Here we go. Now we can read it. There we go.
Love Marfro is asking Elder, what is the name of the book? It's an article. It's an article dealing with something called the Moses inscription.
Well, actually, yeah. Douglas Petrovich, he deals with this in the world's oldest. When he talks about the world's oldest alphabet, he deals with the translations. In 2016.
Okay. So you're looking for something right now, Yarah?
Yeah, I'm gonna get you the breakdown on what you asked for earlier, so we can go through it.
Love Marfro, thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Can you see my screen?
Not yet. But
You
as soon as I see it, not yet, no. As soon as I see it, I put it up. So V17 and V8, that's the word Moses, right? That's what
I'm saying
Yarah told.
it's in that. No, I'm getting ready to show it to you. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. I think I got it.
Here it is. I see it now.
And then let me make it bigger so you can see. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Trying to make it bigger so that people can see it.
We can see now. It's okay. Okay.
Well, you can. Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's larger. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So as you can see, this is what I showed you earlier, right? So let's deal with it right here, right? It says, so he gives the date. And this is Douglas Petrovich's work. This is a PhD scholar's work. This is not Yahweh's work. So this is the date of the Sinai 361 inscription, 1446 BCE. The translation of the Sinai inscription, 361. Translation by Douglas Petrovich. Somebody asked for the title of the book. It's called The World's Oldest Alphabet, 2016 AD, from 2016. So it's not an old translation. This is a recent translation. So explanation of Sinai 361. It says this describes the oppression of Israel. I read that for you on that, so I'll just skip over that because that's in the that's part of what I read you, right? And again here,
so you're going to show us the word Moses, right?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Now let me do it. All right, this is what we're looking for right here, right? Moses right here. You see where my cursor is? Hold on, let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger. All right. So then let me go over. Oh, here it is here. This will be Moses, because we know the name Moses means out of the water or drawn from the water. And this is what we see here. So we will be looking at the V11, V12. This is the name of Moses right here.
Okay, so earlier you said V17. So okay, so earlier you said V17, V8.
Yeah, I was looking down at this description right here.
Okay.
No,
Okay,
I
so
was
now
just
you're
saying I
saying,
was looking down. I was looking at here, but I couldn't see the full thing. I
okay,
was looking at
so
this inscription here, but that doesn't give us the full name. The full name is right here. You see the same symbols here.
okay, so what's the,
Right
the
there.
reference for Moses? What are the reference for Moses? Can you say it again?
It's right here.
Can you just state the reference?
It's V12.
V12 and
Right. But I can show you the letters right here. Yeah, I'm trying to see if he named which one he lettered V12. I can't tell if he named this one V12 or this one V12.
so basically you just
That's why
don't
I
know.
was looking at this.
So basically, Elder
No,
Yarah,
that's
you
not
just
what I
don't know the
said.
word.
What I'm saying is I don't know which one. I'm showing you. You asked me for the numbers. I'm saying I don't know what numbers he put, but this is the name right here. This is the name of Moses right here. So I don't know if he used V12 or V13 or V.
Well, it looks like V12 to
V12
me.
or V13 to
It looks
inscribe.
like V12 to me. Yeah, it looks like V12 to me. So you're telling us, Elder Yarah, that this is basically the hieroglyphic symbol reference N35, which is the report of water. It's the sound N. So you're telling us that this water report looking symbol is the name Moses, correct?
Yeah, well, that's what it would be. Moshe in the Egyptian hieroglyphics. Yeah, it would be. It was almost the same thing. In Egyptian hieroglyphics, it would be the same thing. Drawn out of water, that water reference. That would be the name Moses, because we know that's not a Hebrew name.
Okay, so I told you made that up, and it's no disrespect to you. Now here in the chat, you have the God and the sign list, right? And I just want to show you in the Egyptian hieroglyph. You see here, those are the uniliterals or uniconsonants, and here where it says N in red, this is the report of water, and that's God in the reference N35. That's just the sound N, like November, So it cannot mean Moses at all. But feel free to continue.
You said what cannot mean Moses?
Now here, you see, once again, I've shared a link in the chat. Those are the uniliterals or uniconsonants. Those are glyphs that stand for one sound.
We're not looking at uniliterals. We're looking at biconsonant roots. Why are you saying that?
I'm saying that because
roots. Why are you saying no? Why are you trying to be deceptive to the people right there? See, I may not be as well as learning with you when it comes to Egyptian hieroglyphics, but I do know how it works. And so you cannot say here's the uniconsonantal when we're not talking about uniconsonantal translations, brother. We're talking about triconsonantal or biconsonantal translations. You can't just show one hieroglyph and say, see, it doesn't say that, it only means this. You're being disingenuous.
Well, you can say that, it's fine. I ain't going to lose sleep over it, but I'll let you present your stuff, right?
Come on, bro.
And you show that symbol. No, but it's all good. It's okay. I understand you're uncomfortable now because of the claim you made that you cannot back up. But check this out. You showed that symbol.
Right? I don't have to back it up or not. This is not my work.
Yeah, it's not your work. Fine. It's okay. It's okay. Now, if you are in contact with Petrovic,
you take it up. If you disagree with it, then you take it up with the PhD scholar.
You're making the claim.
I'm not making the claim. Okay. I'm not making the claim. Douglas Petrovic is making the claim that you said did not exist.
Can I speak?
And hold on, but this is Douglas Petrovic's
Can I speak?
work.
Can I speak?
You can absolutely speak. But
thank you.
This is Douglas Petrovic's
I have time.
work.
We're going to dialogue, brother. We're going to dialogue. This is a lovely conversation. So
absolutely. Go ahead.
If you are in contact with Petrovic, you can tell him to holler at me. We can talk, we can dialogue publicly, right? But you presented your information, right? And you showed that symbol.
I presented his information.
Fine. You presented his information. Fine. I have no problem with that, right? And then when I ask you, okay, where's the word Moses? You showed V12, I wrote it. as you said it, V12. So we've seen V12. I had the two links. If I go to the chat, oh, there it is. There it is. So there it is. Oh, this one is small. Oh, if you click on it, yeah, it's making it larger. So there it is.
Oh, no.
But this one doesn't even have the same references. But the one you showed is this here.
It says V12. V12?
Well, here doesn't say V12, but they probably have several pictures, right? But
so
this thing here that I'm showing.
Why are you showing me that?
I'm showing this because this is what you've shown. It's not the exact same one you showed, but the symbol is the same, right? And that's the reason why I just showed you.
It's not the exact same one, and you're trying to define it with the unit consonant with just one consonant. Then you're being disingenuous when we know we're not talking about a unit consonant translation.
Well, check this out. I'm looking for the one you've shown because this is the link you shared, right? And everybody can see. Then I'm scrolling through the link you shared. So we're gonna see, and it looks, there it is. That's the one there. That's the one there. Okay. So if I click on it, probably it will be, yes, it's larger. There it is. That's the one you've shown. V12. Do you agree? Okay.
Yeah, I did point to V12. I did point to the ones that look similar to it. Yes.
Okay. So when I asked you for the word Moses, you pointed to V12. You said V12. And then you said in the Egyptian hieroglyphic, right? And that's the only reason why I'm not faulting anybody for not knowing a foreign language. I don't know the Hebrew language, I know a little bit of it, but I'm not, I don't know So in the Egyptian hieroglyphic, that symbol here, reference V12 here on, that's the you shared. That's a uniconsonant or uniliteral, got in a reference N35. And this is the sound N. That's all I was doing. That's all I was doing. So this is definitely not Moses. But feel free to continue.
But when you hold on again, this is the problem that we have when you say this is. Hold on, because I want to show you something else.
What? Okay, well, you're looking for that other thing. I'm just gonna go through the comments now. F.S. Dry Theo wrote, "What does the and green colors marking means?" Okay, he meant red and green color marking means. Well, it's just references for the different symbols we had on the screen. Donnie Williams wrote, "Can you show where it says Moses again? I missed it." Oh, well, we've seen, that's the latest thing that I've shown. What I'm saying? He claimed that,
we agree to disagree. That's based on his translation. Right?
Well,
it's not based on my translation. That's based on his translation.
Well, that's what you're saying. I doubt that if we ask him, does that symbol means Moses? I doubt that he will say yes, it means Moses. So, Now here, Christopher Withers wrote, "Can you point to the consonant cluster that shows us Moses?" I don't think he can, but I don't blame him. I don't know it all either. And then FS wrote, "No different symbols. You got to count the points on water." Then here we have Noble Lee 999 who wrote, he don't know what he's talking about. He's gonna try to overtalk you. And Christopher Withers wrote, "Mem Shin." Now mem, that will be the sound M, and shin, that will be the sound sh. Hebrew and Arabic, they are very close languages. What I'm saying? Many words are the same. Like in Arabic they have bait, and in Hebrew they have bait. Which basically, and so many other words. As a matter of fact, Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum, very close. Now, Christopher Withers wrote, "Just show Moses in the Proto-Sinai script." Well, I don't think that Elder Yarah knows, where Moses is written in that inscription. Am I correct or am I wrong?
No, from based on what they're saying, I'm trying to pull it up there now so you guys can see the graph.
Okay, feel free, feel free. But I appreciate the convo, Elder Yarah, and feel free to contact this PhD. You know what I'm saying, so we can, you can get a better understanding.
Well, actually, I have spoken with him on several occasions. So,
Well, as a matter of fact, next time you speak to him, and I'm not telling you what to do, but you can ask him, okay, where is the name Moses written in that inscription? You know what I'm saying? Now, FS Dry Theo wrote V12 has 3.5. Water hieroglyph has 6 different symbols. I don't really understand, what you're trying to say here.
yeah, I know what he's saying. I know exactly what he's saying, and so I know exactly what he's saying. And actually, he kind of agrees with what I'm saying. So let me show it to you again in a different what I mean to you when they say this why you're being disingenuous about the whole thing. Let me show you something else.
Feel free to share anything you want, brother. I love the convo. It's just a lovely conversation. Even if we don't agree, we are respectful towards one another, and
yeah, no doubt.
It's lovely. Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah, let me share this and show you why I was saying that's disingenuous to do that, right? So
you keep saying I'm being
no,
disingenuous.
I'm going to show you something else. I'm getting ready to show you. I'm getting ready to show you something.
You have the right to say that. I'm not losing sleep with that. You have the right to say that. But in the first place, you made the claim, that we have the name Moses on some historical document, right? And so far,
I didn't make the claim. I keep saying that. Douglas Petrovich did the work. He makes the claim. I'm sharing this information, and that's why I said you disagree. Take it over him. But again, this is where he talks about.
You're the one who made that claim, but I would love to dialogue with him,
Yeah. So again, here he does another translation of the Sinai 357 inscription 1480, where he says the Hebrew Exodus, what talks about the Hebrew Exodus oppression. Now let me show you something to make my point. Why I'm saying what you're doing is disingenuous, right? So watch this. So earlier we were looking at that particular symbol, right? Now look, here's the same symbol again, but he has it numbered differently. Yes. You see? So what's this symbol say right here?
You tell me.
I'm telling you that is the same. That's the same symbol for water. Same symbol for water.
Hold on. Okay, when you asked me the question, I thought you were asking about the Hebrew symbol. Were you asking about the Hebrew symbol?
Yeah, both. The same symbol. Yeah.
Okay, so please tell us that Hebrew symbol. What letter is it?
This right here. This is mem right here. I believe it is.
Okay, so if it's mem, then that's the sound M.
Because it doesn't always look the same in the
now actually Christopher Withers did write mem. Now Noble Jaily 999 wrote, let me just read this please. He wrote, his insults is only exposing his lack of intelligence. I wouldn't say lack of intelligence. He has he's well, and actually disingenuous is not an insult. I don't take it as an insult, you know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't say it's lack of intelligence. He's making a claim, he's trying to back up his claim, that's all, and he's relying on a PhD. So that we're having the convo about it. So feel free, Elder Yarah, feel free.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You see the same symbol being used here, but he has it numbered differently. So just looking at that, and we know. So let me do one more thing. So we know.
And here we have H9. We also had H, a different letter. It's like it looks like this reference here is just like maybe some count. I'm not sure, but I'm very familiar with the hieroglyphics, so I know what the sounds are. You know what I'm saying? But basically, to make the long story short, you just don't know where the word Moses is written. Do we agree on that?
Well, no, I showed you based on what he's saying. That's what he uses. That's what he uses. So when we only see,
Please show us where he said
Only
that's not Moses.
in the first inscription, if we see where he reads this as Moses, right? So let's go back. Where he reads this as
Yes,
Moses.
please show us when he said that's the name Moses.
The only mem used in that context. Oh, okay, no doubt.
In the meantime, Christopher Witherspoon, I can see why scholars at the University of Chicago have some issues with his translation. And then here, Noble Jalil 999. I'm sorry, it's not Jalil, it's Jalil. Noble Jalil 999. He wrote Shaka is intellectually destroying his argument. We're having a convo, you know what I'm saying? We can all learn today. So now Elder Yarah is looking for
the Moses inscription. That's the only that's the only. Hold on. I'm just going back to the article right there. Okay, hold on one second. I'm trying to bring you down his breakdown. I'm just trying to go. Oh, I put the link. I did. I forgot to put the link in your back chat. My bad. Here it is. Let's go back to it. Yeah. So that's the same article, correct? Just let everybody know I'm not jumping all over the place, right? That's the same article. You see it? I'm gonna make it bigger. Can you see it? Can you see it? I'm not getting any sound. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I went to get something to drink. I heard everything you said, but I was on mute. I went to grab something to drink. So
no problem,
yes, indeed, that's it looks like the same article you shared earlier. It's in the chat.
Yeah,
So
I just wanted to go back to the same article. That's all. Let me share it so we can read what he says.
So for those who are wondering, I'm not reading inside of Elder Yarah's mind, but he already said that he's looking for the part where Dr. Petrovic, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, said that we have the word Moses in that description. So feel free.
Right. So here, this is what he says. Can you see the article?
Yes, I see it. According to Dr. Petrovic's translation, yeah, I see it.
Right. So according to Dr. Petrovic's translation, it says the earliest inscription dating to 1842 includes the phrase Hebrews of Bethel, the beloved. That's a different inscription. Then he says 3 of the other inscriptions are discussed in detail and name 3 biblical people. He says they name 3 biblical people, including Asenath, the wife of Joseph, and Hamashiach, Hashamat, the father of one of the craftsmen who would build the tabernacle. The most exciting inscription, however, may be the one which names Moses and dates to 1446 BCE. He goes on to say, that inscription reads, our bound servant had lingered. Moses then provoked astonishment. So according to Dr. Petrovic, that's what he says the inscription says. That's his claim. That's his work.
I
And
think
that's all I
there
say
may
to
have
you.
been I think there may have been some misunderstanding or miscommunication, but I
Uh-huh.
was actually asking on that inscription, where is the word Moses? Now, if you don't know, it's fine, but you're dealing with his article. Did he say this is the name Moses? Did he ever say, because he made a translation of it, right?
That's what he says. Why would what do you think he's saying right here?
Okay, so show us please on the
Is
inscription
he
where.
saying, hold on, I'm saying, is he saying that the name Moses is on the inscription? Because when I went and showed you where the mem is, right? The mem and the sheen on there, that's Moses. That would be my understanding. So when he
Hmm,
says, our bound servant had lingered, Moses then provoked astonishment.
hmm. Okay,
I
now
don't
I
know
heard
why
what
I
you
have
said.
to. I don't know why I
Hmm,
have to separate what he's saying from. That's what he says. The description
I'm
says,
I'm
and then when I
I'm not
showed
asking.
you,
I'm not asking you to separate what he says. You know what I'm saying? I was just
yeah. So,
asking. On that is
oh,
yeah.
okay,
I was
yeah.
just
So when
asking.
I showed you the mem on there and the sheen, to me that's Moses. That's Moshe.
Yeah, to you, fine. Not according
Yeah,
to him, right? Okay,
yeah. I
so
mean, yeah. According to him, it says Moses. What else would it say? I could, if
okay,
I
so
read all the other,
okay,
all the
okay,
other
okay. I hear
hieroglyphs.
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Please
Yeah.
show us the mem in the shin then. Please show us the mem in the shin. We already seen the mem in the Hebrew, right? And in the hieroglyphic is the reference, garden reference N35, which is the sound N. But we have the Hebrew, the mem. You said it's mem, right? Can you show us the sheen?
Let me get this up here. Let me try to get
Now,
this. I can't. Wait, hold on.
Christopher Withers wrote, "This is not a good example. It's on shaky ground." And he added, "Can we get something that is clear where many scholars agree?" Well, that's we'll see one thing at a time. But
When you talking about what
obviously
many
it's
scholars,
clear.
I mean, when he talking
Well,
about what many scholars agree, I mean, whether he
well,
claims. Listen, the idea is, yeah. I'm trying to reduce this so I can get back to the artifact.
no,
Um,
the things that it's clear that I don't agree with that claim. And the thing is that if somebody makes a claim, he has
here we
peers.
go.
There's other scholars. If he's the only if he's a single scholar, that deals with that claim, then it's not even dealing with the consensus. It's like basically the only one claiming that. You know what I'm saying? But
Well, when we
Love
talk
Mafia,
about a
for the record,
consensus,
was thinking the same
okay.
thing. But feel free. I would love to see
Well, when we talk,
Sheen,
yeah.
and then
When
we can
we,
talk
I
about
got
other
you.
stuff
So
if
when
you
we
want.
talk about,
Yeah.
yeah. When we talk about a consensus of scholars, that means you have to have a meeting of the minds that sit down together, epigraphists, archaeologists, anthropologists that sit down and they look at it and then they come to a full consensus, not just in one space, but across all disciplinary spaces involved, archaeology, linguistics, and things like that. So when people say there's no consensus of scholars, that doesn't mean that they disagree. That just means that that meeting has not been made. They have not made that convention to discuss this particular artifact, right? So to ask for,
Actually, I would like to interject, brother. If there's a
yeah, go ahead.
consensus, primarily it's in the same field, but feel free to continue.
Not necessarily so. When we're talking about archaeology, because we have many different archaeologists who study different things. Also, but what we're talking about here is not just archaeology. We're talking about archaeology and language. What is it? What does the inscription actually say? So does Douglas Petrovich translation, does it goes against what is there an epigraphist out there that says, yeah, this is what this says, or this is not what it says? So that's
Well,
the real. But
what
let
you
me.
just said, Christopher Withers basically was going in that same direction. He just worded it differently.
Oh, okay. Well, I
Because
mean, I don't disagree. I don't disagree
yeah, yeah,
whatever was being said. Yeah.
yeah, and that's why he wrote. Can we get something that is clear where many scholars agree? It doesn't mean millions of scholars, but at least a few. He wrote many, but I understand it as a few. Because many is subjective. Some people say many is 10, some people say many is 50. You know, but yeah, feel free to show us Sheen, and then we can talk about any other thing. But it was a lovely convo so far. I appreciate the conversation.
Sure.
Now, Christopher Withers wrote, he is using the wave of water. Now, some people call it ripple of water, but that's Gardner reference N35 once again. And indeed, Christopher Withers wrote N equal water And actually water is mu in the Mother Nature as well. The W is pronounced u, so MW, that's mu. But you know,
Yeah, what was the
or if you want, we can leave that alone. If you want, we can talk about other stuff. Feel free. Maybe you have questions, some things that I've said before that you disagree with, you know, or something that you agree about, or something you want to ask about. You know, maybe it's some things you disagree with. Feel free. You know, I take no issues if people disagree with me. So
no,
feel
I
free.
just wanted to understand what was the last statement you made about, you said mu. What was the last thing you said in Egyptian translation?
Now here you see on the screen, I put Christopher with this comment, and he wrote he is using the wave of water, basically just to make it a bit clearer.
Oh, okay.
It's always better when we see, yes, that's the one right here, where it says N in red, and in parentheses in green it says N35. That symbol, the hieroglyphic symbol or Medu Neter symbol, that's what did he say? He put wave of water, but I'm used to say report of water, you know. And so basically that glyph stands for the sound N. You know, that's what he meant. And then he wrote N equals water, and then he put mu. Mu is in Medu Neter is the word for water, and because this is a report of water, that's why he put,
Yes.
you know, mu. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah. So that's exactly that's exactly what I'm saying, because that would have been the name for Moshe or Moses. That's exactly what his name would have been.
But El
He
Yarah
did not have a Hebrew name.
is absolutely not what you're saying,
That's
because
exactly what I'm saying.
absolutely not what you're saying, because
What am I?
you know you were claiming that we have the mem, which is the sound M, and the shin, right? So you were claiming that, you know, we have the M and the sh, so it will be a biliteral for Moshe, right? But the glyph is the sound N, so it cannot be Moshe. It will be
No,
Neshe or
when you
something like that.
but no, what I said to you was, if you're looking for, if you're just using a uniconsonantal translation of the symbol. When we look at it in the glyph, right? When we're looking at it in the glyph is a symbol for water.
Yes, it is, but the sound is N.
Listen. When we're looking for the glyph for water, and when you're looking for the glyph for water, and you said it yourself, how do you say water, and how do you pronounce water in the Meta Nature? But how would that glyph be pronounced? It's mu, right?
No, mu is the word for water. Actually,
Now,
the word for
as
water,
we're
we have
looking in
three.
that inscription,
The word for water in Mother Nature, we actually have
you got
three
what?
of these symbols. Okay, let me pull Gardner's Egyptian grammar, so it will be clearer if people can see it. I won't be long.
Okay.
So if I go here, and then Gardner Egyptian grammar, okay, and then I search for water. It will obviously be in the, like when I don't have the arrow, but it's okay. Sure will be, or actually if I go to the vocabulary I will find it. So hieroglyphic signs, vocabulary, Egyptian English vocabulary. Okay, let's do English Egyptian vocabulary, and then if I look for water, there it is. So I'm going to share my screen. For those who have Egyptian grammar by Gardner, the third revised edition is page 268, but I'm going to share my screen and show it to everybody. So I'm joining. I'm basically using another computer. Yes, more convenient for me. But I think actually I have Egyptian grammar on that computer, so I think it's on my desktop. Garden Egyptian grammar. Yes, I do. Okay, so I don't need to use the other computer. There it is. So this is, as everybody can see, Sir Alan Gardner's Egyptian Grammar. That's the third revised edition. It's available, on archive.org and all that, So I'm going to go to page, did I say 6 to 8? Yes, page 6 to 8. English Egyptian vocabulary. So it is, okay, 620. It's like kind of loading a little bit. It's not moving now.
Okay. So,
hold on. There it is. Hold on, please. I just want to. I'm done. I'm on the page right now. So this is, everybody can see. Yeah, everybody can see. I think there's a delay actually when I speak and when you hear me, but this is page 6 to 8, right? Everybody can see. And right now, I'm moving up and we can see water. There it is. Water. And you see that glyph that we've seen, which stands for the sound N, the Gardner reference N35 as a unique consonant or uniliteral. The word mu is actually 3 of them. The 3 of them, that's the word mu. So that was just to answer your question.
Yeah, the three waves or the 3 points. Is that what you're referring to? Or 3?
Exactly. Yes, the 3 of them. That's the hieroglyphic word. Yes, that's a hieroglyphic word for mu, which we translate as water in English. Yes.
Right, the 3 points, right? Or he says,
but feel free, Yarah, if you have any questions or comments.
So V12 has 3, right? Or does somebody say this? I'm looking in the chat now. Somebody says it has 3.5.
Well, let me see the chat then. Now, FS Dry Theo wrote Moses pull out of water. Here we have Noble Jailil who wrote, "You're supposed to be looking for the name Moshe." I mean, we established that. We maybe we'll take it further with Dr. Petrovic. Donnie Williams wrote, "Trying to tie Mu to Moses," and Christopher Withers wrote, "He's saying that the perceived Mem Ya Shin is the name." And here, FS Dry Theo wrote 7 ripples in hieroglyphs. Well, I don't know about 7 ripples, but it is 3, Okay. Well, feel free, Yarah, if you have any comments or questions. I love the convo.
Yeah, as I said, this is Douglas Petrovic's translation. So if he's saying, if we're saying there's and I agree, if there's a difference in the ripples or the waves is of the same, the different points, right? So then the V12, according to what FS Dratio is saying, he says V12 has 3.5. The water hieroglyph has 6, right, which is different symbols. And then he says, as FS Dratio, Moses means pull out of water. So on the inscription, would that give us either V12 or, let me look at the inscription again. Hold on.
In the meantime, if anybody want to get on the panel, you have the link. Maybe you have questions for Yarah. Maybe you have questions for me. Maybe you have comments. Feel free. And you see, brothers and sisters, it's a lovely convo. Elder Yarah is a Hebrew Israelite. I'm not a Hebrew Israelite, And obviously, we disagree with the Exodus story, But you see, we talk, no disrespect, and that's what we can all do. I'm not perfect, but we can dialogue, And sometimes, you said, I'm disingenuous. It is what it is. It's throwing a little shot. I threw a little shot. I say you made that up. But it's no insult. Yeah,
it's not an insult. We just have a conversation.
Yeah, it's not insult. Yeah,
Yeah. So okay, here it is. I finally found my work. So let's look real quickly, right? Maybe we can get a little bit better on this. Let me share my screen real quick, if you don't mind.
But Yarah, if I ask you, did you back up what you claim? What would you say?
I would say absolutely. I'm going to do it even further. because
But
the first claim that was made was, "Did I make it up?" And that is clearly
but
no. I didn't make it
I,
up.
I thought you said you will show us Moses. Here's your screen. I thought you said you will show us Moses, right? Isn't that what you said?
Yeah, yeah, yep, absolutely.
And did you show us Moses?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to show you that I did actually. I finally found my
Okay.
work in breaking down Petrovic. So can you see us?
I can see it. Yes.
Much clearer.
It's very clear. Definitely. Yes.
Yeah. So again, here you see. Let me go back. Hold on. Give me 1 second, family. Y'all give me 1 second.
No problem. Yeah. Take your time, brother. Take your time. Yeah, take your time.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah. Feel free to go on mute if you're having a phone call, so we don't hear your personal conversation.
All right. Yeah, hold on 1 second.
Yeah. Okay, well, he went away. Probably got a message or something. He's probably going to be on the phone or handle something. In the meantime, if anybody want to get on the panel, feel free. And apparently he's going to show us Moses, but I don't think he can. But I'm just going to ask him where that comes from. The link. And we take it from there. But it's a lovely convo. I love it. I love that conversation. We will never agree on everything. You know what I'm saying? So,
What's up with you, man?
yeah, I'm gonna mute him because we don't need to hear his convo. When I see that he come back, he will put the phone up. Then I will unmute him. Yarah muted, so we don't hear your phone conversation. If anybody has any questions, so he's gonna see that. I told him that I muted him. Now, FS Drythi or Road Shaka is the water hieroglyph depicted in low/basso relief. I'm not familiar with that relief. Or high/alto relief. Well, I'm not familiar with those reliefs. If you can maybe, give a link. If you can get on the panel, like if you can show it to us, because that would be quicker. I mean, I could go online and look for it, but I'm not used to look for anything that's mentioned to me, because it's something you're dealing with, something you're mentioning. So any question is welcome. Feel free. Even if you don't want to get on the panel, you can. Because obviously people need to use a webcam to get on the panel, but you cannot share links in the chat. Oh, he's back. Yeah, I've unmuted you. I didn't mute you because you were having a phone convo, and we didn't need to hear that. So feel free.
It's all good. I appreciate it, man. My daughter
Yeah,
calling me, man. They having fun in Chicago.
Yeah. That's what's
okay. So here's his breakdown, right?
Yeah, so I'm sorry. Can I ask the link for this?
Oh, this is my presentation. This is my work.
Oh, okay. So that's not Petrovic's work. Okay, fine. Okay.
Yeah,
fine,
this is my work where I actually broke down where where I tried to sort of break down his inscription.
But
inscription
if you don't mind, Elder Yarah, right? We can disagree, right?
Sure.
You claim that there was an attestation of Moses, right?
Mm-hmm.
And on Petrovic's work, you did not show us Moses, correct?
No, yeah, I did. So again,
okay, fine. Feel free.
Yeah,
okay, present what you want to present. Feel free.
Yeah, sure. Based on what Petrovic is claiming, right? And here it is, right here. Yeah, you can't see my mouse. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Hey, back up. Hold on. My mouse went out.
Take your time, brother. I have time.
I got it. But anyway, as you can see on my screen, if you go down, I have. Oh, you can see my cursor now. Okay.
Well, now we see it. Yes, we see it.
Okay, great. So it says you have.
Now it's a delay. Yes.
Yeah, delay, bind, and Moses, right? And so here it is here. you're going to see where I break down where he claims Moses is, right on here. Right? And so here, I'm trying to find a number because that's V11 right there.
Yeah, V12. We have the mem. Well, in Hebrew we have the mem.
Yeah.
And V12. That's the water ripple or water wave, indeed.
Yeah.
And then
So,
the sheen is further down. The sheen is further. Now the sheen
yeah,
is a
the
sound.
sheen is
Sure.
further. Yeah, the sheen is further down, but this is where
Further down.
Yeah, he derives it right here, right? But he puts it here, 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 and here. You see, or can you not see it?
Well, I see your cursor. I'm trying to follow along, but the thing is that you're not helping your case, brother. You're not helping your claim, because we have one letter that's there, another letter that's all the way somewhere else, right? And then the last letter, which look like, probably isn't it the H? You know where you have Moses, right? The first Hebrew letter is the mem, right?
Okay. Yeah, that's the vav. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
So that's the like the H sound. Okay.
So it would be So it wouldn't be. We're using the English translation where we would say, or the Latinization of Moses. We're not looking for Moses. We're looking more.
Of course, we're looking for Moshe.
Yeah, Moshe. Right.
Yes, definitely. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what we're looking for. Yeah.
So
feel free.
Yeah. So that would be here, right? Here and here. So that would start at V12, right? And we're translating the petroglyphs as well, but he's translating it into the Hebrew and then into the Latin. So this is where we would see it. So actually he's translating the petroglyphs and then into the Hebrew and then into the Latin, where he would see the M, the sheen, and the vav. That's what he would be translating as Moshe, and that starts right here at V12.
But the order of reading is not even correct. Do you agree with that?
Well, it would be from right to left.
Yes, indeed. That's what it's supposed to be for the Hebrew. But here, the M is where your cursor is, right?
Well, yeah.
Then the sheen, then the sheen is on the right. So that means we will read from left to right. And then the ha or H sound is on the left. So basically, this means we will read from left to right, then right to left. And in Hebrew and in Proto-Sinaitic, I doubt that we read from left to right, then right to left.
Well, yeah, Proto-Sinaitic would be Proto-Sinaitic. Actually, if we're looking at Proto-Sinaitic, how they would have actually written, and I'm glad you made that point, because it would not have been written from left to right or right to left. Modal Proto-Sinaitic would be written like closer to more like the Meta-Netra would have been written, which is in a linear fashion, correct?
And the Meta-Netra can be read from left to right and from right to left.
But also in a linear fashion as well.
Well, it can be read from top to bottom as well.
Pardon me?
It can be read from left to right and top to bottom, or from right to left and top to bottom.
Yeah, so this is what I'm saying. So if we look at right, even if we look at right to left, top to bottom, we're going to get Moshe. And if we look at left to right, top to bottom, we may get a variation. We'll see the same letters here that I showed. But just as you said, if we look from left to right, top to bottom, we're clearly going to get Moshe. You have to agree with me. That's what you see. Well, you don't have to agree with me.
Well, that's really not what we're seeing, Brother Yarah, because where you have the M on the right, you have another symbol, right? And then it looks like the because for the sound B, you also have a different sound, but you have that dot. I forgot how they call it. That dot. So with or without the dot, then the sound changes, right? Correct?
Well, yeah. You're talking about the Nikut system. Yeah, you're talking about the
Hmm.
pronunciation, where they would implement sounds for vowel points, basically.
Yes.
The Nikut
So
system. But we're not. They wouldn't have used the Nikut system here. This is much too early.
yeah. But what I'm okay. So let's do it this way. Just right of the mem, where we have
Mhm.
V12, right?
Yeah,
We have
yeah.
a symbol. Those are proto-Sinaitic symbols, right? And
Yes,
we have the
proto-Semitic
Hebrew,
symbol.
yes, and then we have the
Yes.
Hebrew symbol where it says V4. That Hebrew letter here, which one is it?
You said this Hebrew letter here? Because
No, no.
we're going to the right.
Yes, go right, go right.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
go right. Keep going right. Keep going right. You
Well,
see
my
V4,
cursor is
right?
right here. You saying right here,
Uh,
right?
yeah. Keep going right, and you see V4 just underneath the Hebrew symbol.
Oh, right here, right,
Yeah,
right there.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. That Hebrew letter. Which one is it?
That's let me see.
That's the B sound, isn't it?
Let me see. Yes, bet. Yes,
Bet. There it is. There it is.
yes.
Okay. So we have the M sound, and then we have the B sound, right? So if we read,
Go
okay,
ahead.
go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
Okay. So if we read from left to right, then we have M, B. If we read from right to left, we have B, M. So far, we definitely don't have Moshe.
No, we
But
have
then,
Balat right there. I think that's when we start V4. Well, he has V6 here. Let's see what he has for V4. For V4 there, he has the word year, right? That's what he has here. V4 he has here. And so see for Moshe, he has 1, 2, and he said, so
okay,
this is how he has it, right? Moshe, then BMA. So when we go to, let me look at it.
because
That's
you
V4.
see, so far, what is not established is the direction of reading for the name Moshe.
Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. This is the direction of reading. And I agree with you. I agree with you, the direction of the reading. And that's what I needed to establish. And you're absolutely correct on that point. So I will give you that. But here it is here, right? So this is what he's labeled as is V3, right? Which begins here, right? So then above that, he has then, right? We see that there. And then he has bind Moshe here, which is clearly what he shows here for a mem, but he has it right here. He goes from V12 to V3. I'm sorry, V2. I'm sorry, V2 to V3. So he gives a long sentence right here. So then we would read it as Moses then is what he would put. Moses then, or then Moses.
But you see the problem then, Elder Yarah. You see the problem.
No,
We don't
I see
even
what he's
know.
doing. He's reading.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what he's doing. He's reading it from. He's reading it from left. He's reading it from left to right, but this is a full sentence here. You see?
Okay, so you're saying that he's reading the name Moshe from left to right. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, from what I'm telling you, he's looking at. He's doing it from right here. This would be from. Yeah, it would be from right to left, right here.
Okay, so you're saying that he's reading Moshe from right to left, correct?
Yeah, here it is right here. Well, Moses then, this is Moses then, right here.
No, but check this out. If we can do one word at a time, right? The main thing we are after is really Moshe, right? Okay, so Moshe, you said he's reading it from right to left, correct?
Yes, here it is right here. Right.
Okay. Now you're saying here it is right there.
Yeah,
where are you pointing
based on what he based on what he says it is, and I'm just following his chart. So he says delay is number one.
Just so that people can get some understanding. Elder Yarah right now is dealing with what the list at the bottom left corner of the screen, right? So for those who wonder, we have the Hebrew letters, right? Because on this artifact right there, that some people call the Moses inscription, we have some Proto-Sinaitic writing. You know, I would say it's a Canaanite dialect, but some people say Proto-Sinaitic. Some people may say, you know, Old Hebrew or whatever, you know. But okay, so what I'm trying to find out is where the word Moses or Moshe is written. You know, so do you know where the word Moses or Moshe is written, Yarah?
Yeah. So again, let's just follow his chart.
Okay.
All right. He says delay is here. V1 is delay. Right. And then he says V2.
Hold on. I would like to interject. V1 is not a word. It's just one letter, one sound. Do you agree or not?
V1. Actually, no, because if we're dealing with the glyph, saying that's the problem. When we're looking at the glyphs here, we're looking at the glyphs are giving us whole thoughts. See, a glyph does not, it gives us more than just one word. If we're looking at a glyph will give us a full thought.
Okay, okay. I hear you. So basically, you're telling us that where we have the symbol reference V1 is one word.
Yes,
right?
That's one word, delay.
But one problem is that when we look on the chart on the bottom left corner of the screen, for delay, that's the English translation, we have the Hebrew, right? So I would have expected we will see those Hebrew letters. Now I do see the ba or the B sound. As a matter of fact, you see that dot that I was talking about? We actually have it there. So it means it's probably the V sound, not the B sound. Because if I'm not mistaken, it's the same symbol for the B and the V, or maybe it's another sound. Maybe
right there. Yeah, you're right. Because no, you're right. I agree with you. Right there at V2, that's what he has. You see, that's why you see that is because you have the word bind there.
Okay, but I was actually dealing with the word delay. You see, but I think maybe we're not getting
the glyphs gives us a full thought.
So I'm check this out. Okay, but check this out, Yarah. Like try to hear me out. I understand when you're saying that a glyph has a full thought, because in Middle Nature, for example, we have a simple symbols glyph for Nefer, right? So one is a triliteral. It stands for NFR. You know, so we add the vowel E. You know, that's a convention in Egyptology. So I hear you, right? But I would have expected him to show us the Hebrew letters. You know, dealing with these Proto-Sinaitic.
Yeah, but why would he show us the Hebrew letters when we know that the Hebrew the Hebrew letters come at a later date? Like we know the Proto-Sinaitic script.
I can answer you, brother. That's his chart, right? Correct. Now, didn't he put Hebrew letters on his chart? On the actual inscription?
Yes, as a guide, not saying that that the Hebrew letters were on the inscription. That's
I agree with you. No, I agree with you. I agree with you. Yeah. But then again, you know, what I understand is that he's putting the Hebrew letters, so then we know where the name Moshe is written, right? Because what we're trying to establish is the order of reading, the direction of reading, right? And so far at V12, we have that report of water, which is the sound N in hieroglyphic, but he claims this is Proto-Sinaitic, so this is not hieroglyphic. So maybe that's the sound M, because we have the mem, the Hebrew mem, right? So that's one sound that we have established, the M sound. Now, for the name Moshe, if it's a triliteral M, sh, and then h or ha, now that we have the M sound, then we're looking for the sh sound, right? Or the shin. Do you agree or not?
Yeah, in the Hebrew language, but we're not reading. Yeah, but we're not reading. The glyphs is not giving us the Hebrew language. It's giving us.
I agree with you. I agree with you, brother Yarah.
Yeah.
This chart is not showing us. It's basically showing us an inscription in Proto-Sinaitic. However, Petrovic, Dr. Petrovic, he did put those Hebrew letters. You see?
Yeah, he did put the Hebrew letters there. Yes, I agree with you.
Okay, so we have established where the sound M in Hebrew, is. So next we're looking for the sh or the shin. Do you agree or not?
I don't know if that's how he determined to read this what you call a ledger that he created at the bottom, because even if we look, let me do it here. Even as we look up here, right, we see that he's bolded or highlighted, right, certain Hebrew inscriptions, right? Hebrew letters. But and so as we see here, then he begins to create a ledger. And so
actually,
right?
Actually, if you don't mind, are you saying that in the Proto-Sinaitic we don't actually have the sh sound, that is the Hebrew shin? Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying. We don't see that. I don't see that. It's possible, but I don't see that. I think
so you're not sure
related to the meta nature.
But that's the problem. That's the problem, because if we don't have the sh sound, or that is called shin in Hebrew, right? Then that means the name Moses in Proto-Sinaitic, is it only one symbol? We don't have three sounds. Basically we have one symbol that stands for three sounds: the me, sh, and the he. Basically Moshe. Is that what you're saying?
I don't think we should be looking for the name Moses as it is Latin.
I said Moshe. No, I said Moshe.
I think that even when we see Moshe, I think that if we look at it in the Proto-Sinaitic, which is more closely related to the Meta, then we should be looking for that particular pronunciation of the name.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with you.
And that's what the glyphs would give us.
Okay, fine. So we have seen the glyph for the sound M, right? That's where it says V12. Now, the glyph or Proto-Sinaitic symbol for the sound sh, where is it?
Why are we looking for that? Because I don't think that's not how his name would be pronounced in the Nebuchadnezzar. It wouldn't be Moshe.
Okay, now check this out. I would like to answer your question. You're asking me, why are we looking for that, right?
Yeah.
Your claim is that this Proto-Sinaitic inscription bears the name Moshe. Do you agree with me so far?
No, I'm not saying that it bears the name Moshe. I'm saying that it bears the name of a person who we call and refer to as Moshe. And so when we see here again, when we're looking at the petroglyphs would give us a pronunciation, a consonantal pronunciation more closely related to the meta-neter, because at the end of the day, Moses or Moshe in any translation is still not a Hebrew word. It's not a Hebrew name.
Moshe is a Hebrew. Moshe is a Hebrew word, brother.
No, it's not.
It's a Hebrew name, brother.
No, it's not.
Brother Yarah, are you sure about what you're saying? You're saying that Moshe is not a Hebrew name?
It's not a Hebrew. It's not a Hebrew name. No.
Okay, so what name? What language is it then? Moshe. What language is it?
That's a Latinized version of, I believe, what we understand the meta narrative was to come down to us in the biblical narrative is translated as Moses. It's translated as Moses in the English, in the Latinized version, yeah. But his name is not a Hebrew name. The name originally comes from the understanding of the term to being pulled out of water, or that in dealing with water, which is what you read when you said the symbol itself, when I showed you the glyph, that the symbol itself is mu, right? Which is your understanding of or some connection to water, right? Now, I understand that there's some discussion on how many ripples, as you call it, or however many waves, as you call it, actually determines the word mu. But what is the other translations for the ripples that are more than 3, 3.5, or 6, or the one that we see here? I think it's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3.5. We have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
But hold on, brother. Hold on. I hear you. I hear you. Now, okay. So you're saying that Moshe is not the Hebrew name. Okay, I hear you. Fine.
Yeah.
Now, initially, your claim is that in the Proto-Sinaitic inscription, we have the name Moses. Moses is indeed a Latinized version of the Hebrew name Moshe. Well, according to me, Moshe is a Hebrew name. According to you, it's not a Hebrew name. Okay, fine. I hear you. Okay. I don't know why you took off the screen, but where is the name Moshe?
Oh, I didn't mean to take the screen down. My bad. I'll put it back up.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to take it down. Hold on, let me get it back real quick. Let me get it back.
And that's why I was asking you.
And I keep telling you why would we be looking for the name Moses? You're not going to find that on petroglyphs from 1446 BCE. You're not going to find that.
Brother, it looks like you're running from your own claim, because you are free to share your screen again.
You keep saying, "Show me the name Moses," and I'm saying,
no, brother, you're doing this on purpose. I think I clearly said Moshe, and then you said Moshe is not a Hebrew name.
Yeah, Moshe is not. Moshe is not a Hebrew name in any derivative. Moshe, Moses. It doesn't come from the Hebrew language.
Okay.
So we will be looking closely.
But hold on. Okay. Please check this out.
Yep.
Now, in that Proto-Sinaitic inscription, the name that we call Moses in English, what is it called in Proto-Sinaitic?
What do we call it in Proto-Sinaitic? You said, what do you call it in Proto-Sinaitic? It would be more closely related to how you would pronounce the meta-netzah. It would be more closely related to mu. That's what it would say. And so the glyph that it would show us is those ripples. And I keep telling you that you keep trying to run away from that. And you already admitted that those ripples mean it's associated with water, right? We know Moses' name is associated with being drawn out of the water.
Okay. Well, that's interesting, because right now your claim is changing. Now, this is the people's favorite Wikipedia. We're gonna find out. Now, let's see together. That's the article about Moses, right? You see?
Yeah.
And here, etymology of the name. And here it says Egyptian root Messi, which means child of.
That's it. It's over.
It's over?
Yeah, you just agree with me. I told you it's not an original Hebrew name. The root of the name is Egyptian.
No, check this out. Check this out. No, check this out.
Okay.
Here, it is telling you about the Egyptian word Messi, right? Which means child of or born of. As a matter of fact, what we call Ramses, it's Ramesu. So Ra is the sun disk, the sun god, and then Mesu means be born of. So Ramses means born of Ra or child of Ra, something to that effect, or Ra gave him birth, right? Okay, fine. So if in that Proto-Sinaitic inscription we don't have Moshe, since you're claiming that it will be closer to the Egyptian, then it will be Messi on the Proto-Sinaitic inscription. Can you show us Messi in that Proto-Sinaitic inscription?
Well, now you're making a false claim. Now, it doesn't have to say Messi. It just says that is the etymological root. Now, you're making a false claim. It wouldn't show us that. Why would we be? Hold on.
No, but I hear you. No, but brother, check this out. I hear you. I made a false claim. Fine. No, hold on. I made a false claim. Fine. No problem. Okay. So in that Proto-Sinaitic inscription, where is, okay, how should we call it then? Because you disagree with, the English translation, the Latinized form, Moses, right? You disagree with Moshe because you say it's not a Hebrew name, right? So what should we call it then?
We should call it what's the most closely translated word out of the meta nature, which we have several different instances where it means to be drawn out from the water, right?
We don't have that anywhere, but fine, okay. So
you mean you don't?
You claim.
Wait.
No, but check this out. You are free to share your screen, right, and show us, because that's what it's been like maybe an hour. I'm trying to find out where the name Moses.
No, you just disagree. No, you just disagreeing. I'm showing you, but you just disagreeing.
Okay. So please show us.
You just disagree with you just disagree with Doug. First of all, you disagree with Douglas Petrovic's work. That's all you're saying.
I do disagree with Dr. Petrovic's work. Yes, I'm saying it live on air. And you can tell him to come now or any other day. So once again, when I ask you, did you show us Moses on the Proto-Sinaitic inscription? What is your answer?
My answer is yes. I've showed it to you several times. So
okay,
you
please
agree already.
Okay, please. Please share your screen and show us.
And listen, I've done it several times. I'll show it to you again. But you've agreed with me several times. You've already stated when I showed you the symbol that the symbol for the water or the points of water or the ripples of water, it means, you said it. Oh no, that only means in, right? That's a uniconsonantal root. What you showed me, I said no, that's disingenuous. I said we're looking for the name. So if we're looking for the name of a person is referring to, as we know as Moses, it would have been closely related to the etymological usage of the term, right, for Moses, which would be what you said. It's mu or water.
Okay. Well, okay. For the record, I'm sharing the screen because I don't think you want to share it. So
no,
if I understand you. No, it's okay. I've done it already. It's there,
Oh, okay.
So if I understand you, Elder Yarah, this symbol, you can see my cursor, can you?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, fine. So this symbol right here, that's Moses. Is that what you're saying?
When it deals with that, with the where it starts with the ripples of the water.
Well, there's only one, because you said repos. That repos is plural, but here we only have one, right?
Yeah, ripple,
so that
yeah,
ripple.
no, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you are telling us, Elder Yarah, that this Proto-Sinaitic symbol is the name Moses.
Yes, I think it's a part of the name. Yes.
Okay. You see, now you're saying something different. You just said, yes, I think it's a part of the name. And that's why I was trying to find the other letters of that name. No, but now you seem to say, okay, feel free.
No, I'm just saying, yeah, it's if we're saying mu, right? If that's water, we know Moses' name is associated with that.
No, but right now, what you're doing is a freestyle, or in other words, an interpretation.
No, that's all I've said from the very beginning.
Okay, fine. So I hear you. Now, I don't think that Dr. Petrovic.
It doesn't mean water.
The word water, once again, and I've shown, Sir Alan Gardiner, in his Egyptian grammar, the word mu, which means water, is 3 of those symbols. not just one. Now in English we call it report of water or wave of water, and the reference, it was once again Gardiner reference N35, right?
But why are
But
you showing? But why are you? Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, it's okay. You have the right to interject. You know what I'm saying? But I
No, I'm just saying.
doubt.
So
And
if it's on, why are you correlating? How are you correlating Dr. Gardner's translation of the three ripples of water versus the understanding of the proto-Sinaitic script?
and I love how you are diverting. I love that, because
I'm
I
not
put a
diverting. You
yeah.
just made a
That's
claim,
what
though.
that's what you are doing, brother. That's what you are doing,
No, you
because
made a claim, and
somebody.
I'm asking you,
No, but
how are you
check this out.
equating Alan Gardner's?
I did not make a claim, brother. I showed a PhD, a gardener,
Right, you showed
or
Alan
let's say
Gardner's.
scholar. But check this out. Remember, Christopher Withers in the chat wrote a comment, right? And there. Hold on. There it is. So I read his comment, right? And I substantiated what he said, using a scholar called Gardiner. So I did not make any claim. You're the one who claimed that we have the name Moses written in our proto-Sinaitic inscription. Now,
No,
I
I made
really
the.
doubt.
I didn't. I keep telling you, I didn't make the claim. We're talking about Douglas Petrovich's work.
Okay,
You-
fine, fine.
Hold on. Just as you just said you didn't make that claim, I'm just saying that from the beginning. We're talking
Okay,
about
fine.
Douglas Petrovich's work that you said I made up. But
Yes,
let's
yes.
move on from there. That's neither here nor
Okay,
there.
but hold on, Yarah. All right. So now, first you said that you backed up your claim. Now you're saying it's not your claim, correct?
I backed up my claim. I backed up my claim that Douglas Petrovich, a PhD scholar, has said that there is evidence and there is an inscription with the name of Moses on it, dating contemporary to his time period. That's the initial question you asked me.
Okay.
And that's how we got on this road.
So yeah, and once again, you are not able to show us the name Moses, correct?
You keep saying,
am I
why
right or
would
wrong?
the name Moses be there? Again, you keep saying I haven't been able to show you the name. You wouldn't be able to show you the name Moses. That is a Latinized version of the name that we see in the petroglyphs. So you wouldn't see the name Moses there. I keep saying it. I don't know why you keep trying to bring us back to that moot point.
Brother, okay, it's right now. The convo is just taking a strange turn, because I must remind you what you wrote. I must remind you what you wrote, and what you said also when you got on the panel, right?
What did I write?
Because initially, I'm going up in the comments. Now, I don't have it in written form because I said it, right? And we're talking about the Exodus, right? And you address the Exodus story, you see? The Exodus story, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Expulsion versus Exodus is a matter of perspective. Okay, fine. And then when I asked for record about the Exodus, you put Sinai inscription 353, right?
Exactly, yes.
Then you claim you gave me two primary sources.
Yes.
Okay.
When you agree that that's a primary source?
Well, the inscription, I would say, is a primary source indeed. But the claim is that the name Moses is written. Now, Moses is the English pronunciation. But the name doesn't change.
It does change.
You see,
the pronunciation changes, and the script, how you listen. If you wrote Moses in Egyptian hieroglyphics, right? How would you write that? Would you write it the same as you would write it in English? No, you wouldn't.
You're running from your claim. Look, you wrote the translation. But check this out. You wrote the translation is from 2016.
Yes.
It's a translation of what? Isn't it the translation of Moses?
It's a translation. It's a translation of the person in the Bible that you claim did not exist as a fairy tale.
Yes. So who is it?
Right. So when you said
what's the name of that person, brother?
Hold on.
What's the name of that person?
In the English language, we use the term Moses.
Okay, fine. Okay. So are you able to show us the name that we pronounce Moses in English, are you able to show us that on that inscription?
You
Yes
would
or no?
not. Why would I be able to show you Moses on a proto-Sinaitic inscription? It wouldn't read
Okay.
that way. It would read
I,
in the
I,
it would read in the petroglyphs, as we said, for mu or water, which we know that the term Moses, even in his Latinized versions, means either drawn from the water or of the water or son of the water.
okay, fine. So I heard you, and I'm gonna ask you
Uh-huh.
for confirmation. You are
Uh-huh.
telling us that on that Sinai inscription, what we call or pronounce Moses in English, it is actually Mu. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying. There'd probably be a more better translation in the proto-Sinaitic script. Absolutely, language. Absolutely.
Okay, fine, fine.
Even
So
if you said
Elder,
pro-Canaanite, I don't have a problem with that.
okay, fine. So I'm in France. So on my side of town, it is already Sunday, and it's basically 4 minutes to 1 a.m. So
Oh wow.
where I am, it is Sunday, July 28th. And
Uh-huh.
Elder Yarah told us that what we call / pronounce Moses in English, on that inscription, that primary source, it is Mu. We heard it, right?
Yes, I would say that. Yes.
Thank you so much. I don't need to say more. Okay, feel free.
Yes.
If you have any comments or questions, feel free.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt, no doubt. That is what I would say.
So
and it's referring to the person of the
Mu
Exodus
is the
story
name
that you said
that we call
had,
Moses.
it made no attestations to it. So what you have to do now is that you have to now study Douglas Petrovic's translation from 2016, and you have to disprove that it says Moses as he says it does, or is referring to Mu, or referring to the person in the Bible, in the biblical narrative. You have to disprove that now. You just do. Because you're arguing against his work. I told you that from the beginning. You're arguing against his work.
I doubt and I hope that Dr. Petrovic does. I doubt and I hope he is not claiming that the word is actually Mu. I hope, because he will hurt his reputation. That's what you said so far.
Why would he hurt his reputation?
Okay, fine. Show us where he wrote. Please show us. Hold on. Please show us where Dr. Petrovic said that it is Mu. Please show us.
Here you go. You just go keep going. You go keep going, right? So
I'm not keep going. We're progressing in the discussion. I'm just going by what you said. I'm not, forcing you to say anything.
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay. So now, so basically, you're about to show us Dr. Petrovic claiming that the name is Mu. Is that what you're going to do?
No,
you're going to back that claim out as well.
No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what we know the petroglyphs would have said.
Okay, but let's be clear.
Because this is the argument you keep trying to force, right?
No, I'm not forcing anything. You're free to say whatever you want.
But times already. We should not be looking.
Hold on, please. Okay. Yeah. Did Dr. Petrovic say that the name is Mu? Did he say that? Did he write that?
No, he said that the name is Moses. And why he's saying that the name is Moses is because it's derived from the proto-Sinaitic petroglyph, means to be drawn out of water or son of the water. We know that the name Moses, even in his Latin versions or English translation, means of the water or drawn out of the water.
Okay, but check this out, Elder Yarah. I've listened to you carefully. You said Dr. Petrovic said that the name is Moses. We understand Moses is the English I shouldn't say translation, but pronunciation. Okay, it's a Latinized form. Fine, right? But Dr. Petrovic, sorry, is it pronounced Petrovic? Is it?
Petrovic, yeah, Petrovic, yeah.
Thank you, Petrovic. Dr. Petrovic, in his work, what did he say the name is pronounced in Proto-Sinaitic? or Hebrew. What did he say?
But he said that the name is what he's saying is that that petroglyphic symbol in the Proto-Sinaitic is equivalent to what we know is the term of Moses, or the name of Moses, right? Because it carries a meaning. It carries a meaning, right?
Okay,
Whether
no,
it's
I
Mu,
understand that. I understand
and you
that.
hold on,
Okay,
and you
okay.
read you read it earlier when you looked up the name Moses, right? When you looked up the etymology of the name Moses, it
On
took you to
Wikipedia,
an
it says
Egyptian
Messi.
etymology,
It says
right?
Messi, but Dr. Petrovic doesn't say that. You said he claims it's Mu, right?
Yes, it would be moved, which
Okay,
means to be drawn
okay,
out
okay.
of water.
So
Because
please, hold on. Please show us
Mhm.
where Dr. Petrovic says that it is Mu. Please show us that.
Well, he's not going to show us where it says mu. He's going to show us the petroglyph. And the petroglyph, as I said before, is going to give us the understanding of what the Latinized translation says and what Moses means. It means to be drawn out of water or from water. That's what the word mu means in the Egyptian, in the Meta-Netia. And you agree with that. That's what the word
I'm,
mu
ac-
means.
I'm actually not agreeing at all with what you're saying, because
So what does the
what you're
term mu
saying,
mean?
Mu means water. Here we don't have Mu, and
What does
Dr.
that
Petrovic
symbol
so
mean that
far,
we looked at? When we looked at
okay,
that symbol, what does
that
that
one
symbol
here.
relate? Does it mean move?
Well, brother, you're saying it means Mu.
All right.
When I
Now,
when
listen,
I ask you if Dr. Petrovic said it means Mu, you cannot show me where he said that. So it is your claim so far. Am I right or wrong?
you're wrong because you're not. What you're trying to do is simply say, listen, show me where he says this is mu. The petroglyph that he uses, that he shows, and that he translates into the English language, and hear me real slowly and carefully, that he translates as Moses, right? That petroglyph means to be drawn out of water or of the water. That's what that petroglyph says, right? That's
Okay,
the
fine.
meaning of it.
Okay, I hear you. So
Now,
basically,
the English
you're
translation of Moses also means that. But
okay.
the
Fine.
etymology,
Okay,
as you showed us, is not a Hebrew word, it's actually an Egyptian word, which
that's
tells is
that's
not
not
what?
Dr. Petrovic. What you're saying right now, that's Wikipedia article talking about the etymological root of the name Moses, right? So Dr. Petrovic did not claim that it's messy. Do you agree or not?
I'm just using your source.
No, but brother, in the first place, you made the claim and you gave the scholar, right? And when I'm asking you to show where the scholar said it's Mu, you said no, he doesn't say that, right? And you make an interpretation about the origin of the name being drawn out of water, and you
I
talked
didn't make
about
an
Mu, right?
interpretation. I used your source for that. I
Yeah,
didn't
but
make that
brother,
interpretation.
I'm
That's your
asking you
source.
to use, brother, I'm asking you to use your source, which is Dr. Petrovic. Where did he say it has something to do with Mu? Please show us.
Which I just showed you. He says it means Moses. That's what he says.
Okay,
I
okay,
showed
fine.
you that all night.
Okay,
Let me
okay.
do it. Let me do it for you
No,
simply
but no,
this way.
no. But check this out. Check this out. I think you're doing it on purpose, right?
No, I think you're not listening on
Okay.
purpose.
I think you're not listening, brother. Let me ask the question again, right?
Uh-huh.
Because if you don't know, you can say I don't know. It's just easier. Did Dr. Petrovic write that what you call a petroglyph deals with Mu?
When he uses in the Latinized version, when he says Moses, that's exactly what he's saying. Because
Hold
the
on, brother.
word
I didn't
Moses.
ask about Moses. Hold on. I'm asking
Listen,
about Mu,
can
brother.
I answer the question?
Okay, feel
The
free.
word
I go on mute.
Moses is equivalent to Mu. That's what it is. It's the equivalent.
Who said that? You or Dr.
You
Petrovic?
said it.
Okay. Well, my
You
question
said
is,
it.
yeah, fine. I said it.
Yeah,
According
you
to
said
you.
it several times.
My question to you,
Uh-huh.
brother Elder Yarah, did Dr. Petrovic write that the Proto-Sinaitic symbol deals with Mu?
The Proto-Sinaitic symbol that
what
we
you call the
know.
petroglyph, the ripple
Yeah,
of
I
water.
call it
Did
the
Dr. Petrovic
proto-cyanatic
write?
symbol. Yeah,
Okay.
the proto-cyanatic symbol, right, means mu, or to be drawn from water or water. We know
Okay,
that it's
fine,
the
fine,
same
fine,
meaning.
fine.
Listen.
That's what you're
That's the
saying. But my
same
question
meaning.
to you.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Hold on, brother. Let me help you.
Okay,
Let me
okay.
help
But check this out.
Let's
Check
do-
this out. My question is
do
very my question is very simple. Did Dr. Petrovic write that this petroglyph is mu? Did he write that? Yes or no?
He didn't write the word mu. He wrote the term Moses, which means the exact same thing as mu.
Okay. Okay,
Like,
fine.
I don't
So
understand
thank
why
you.
you keep
No,
saying
no,
it. Why
no,
you keep
no,
asking me that question?
no, well,
It's
no,
the
but now you
exact
finally
same. It's the
check
exact
this
same
out.
meaning.
Brother, you answered my question, and I'm glad. Dr. Petrovic did not state, he did not write that this proto-Sinaitic petroglyph means mu. You said that. He didn't say
No,
that.
he does
Fine.
say that. If he says Moses, what does the term Moses mean? Does it is it the equivalent, Shaka? Is it the equivalent of mu? Yes or no?
Okay. You know, no,
No,
it's
no, no,
not.
no.
Not at all.
Stop. Just answer my
No.
question.
I
Is
answered no.
the name Moses the equivalent of mu? Yes or no?
My answer to you is no, because mu means water.
And what does Moses mean?
You tell me.
I'm gonna show you. Let me share my screen right now.
No, because but
I'm
you
gonna
can
share
share
my
your screen.
screen, and I'm gonna show you the
Because you're
etymology
gonna
of the
claim
word.
you're gonna claim it means drawn out of
Hey,
water.
I'm
Where
not
do, where,
anything. I'm going to show you what they say.
Okay. But for the record, here's your screen. When I ask you to show us Moses on that inscription, you say no, it's not Moses. Moses is Latinized. So then I ask you, okay, if it's not Moses because it's Latinized, then what is the word? Then you said mu. And then when I ask you, okay, show us mu, you say no, he doesn't say mu.
No, you didn't say show it. Don't show us mu, because I showed you mu on the petroglyphs. You said show me where petroglyph says mu.
Okay.
That's what you said.
Okay.
It's two different things.
Okay. Fine. I'm quoting you. You just said you showed us mu in the petroglyph, correct?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So that means that the ripple of water, according to you, is mu. Yes or no?
And according to you as well, because you agree.
No. I disagree. This is not according to me, right? So my question to you once again: the ripple of water, according to you, it's mu. Yes or no?
Yes.
Thank you. Feel free.
Yes, exactly. And you agreed already.
Thank you.
You said it several times. So
no, I don't agree. But feel free. Continue.
But let's do it, right? So let's see it here, right? So the name Moses summary, right? Meaning, this is Abraham Publications. They deal with etymology words. It says child rescued from drowning in water, right? Extracted from, loan, hidden, covered. Etymology. So it's telling us right here, the name Moses itself, right? The etymology of it, you clearly see it here, is from the Egyptian noun mes, means child, or from what? Water, and uses saved from drowning. So this is what I mean about a lot of times when you're like, when I say you're disingenuous about some of the information, it does not just mean mes or just child. There is a difference when we're talking about the term Moses or Moshe, right? It's an etymological root word from the Egyptian noun mes, child or from, or mo, right? And how would we say mo in water? How would we say mu in the term mu? Could not we say mu, as you're saying, for Egyptian, for meaning for water?
You know, brother, you just freestyle right now, right?
No, I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a question. I'm looking. See where my cursor is right here?
No, but check this out. What you're showing us, right? It says from the Egyptian noun mes, which means child or from, okay?
Or from what? It
okay, no, but check this out. But check, that's one thing. And it says one. Then we have, here they wrote mo, but we know that's mu, and it means water, right?
Exactly.
And then he says,
so
okay, fine. No, but check this out. It says
the etymology of the name Moses means child from water.
Okay,
which is
fine.
what Mu says, which is what that
Mm,
petroglyph says,
mm.
that you agreed an hour and a half ago almost, that's what
I
it
did
says
not.
on the
I,
petroglyph.
I, I, but check this out. I did not agree at all. But check this out.
You
Messi,
funny, man.
Messi. No, but check this out. Check this out. Okay, here. You see what it says?
Mm-hmm.
From the Egyptian root Messi.
Mm-hmm.
There's no mu, brother. There is
Okay,
no mu.
stop.
Messi is
Professor,
one word.
are you showing me your Wikipedia source?
Well, please share your screen then, and you will see.
I'm
Please share
still
your
sharing
screen.
my screen.
Yeah.
I'm sharing my
Okay.
screen.
Please go on Wikipedia. Go on Wikipedia. Go ahead. Feel free.
I don't need to go to Wikipedia. I'm looking at.
Okay, because you're questioning if the source that I showed is really Wikipedia, so I'm inviting you to go on
No, I'm
Wikipedia
asking
and
you, what
share it.
source are you reading from?
Wikipedia, brother.
Okay, so you're reading from Wikipedia. I'm reading
Yes.
from you. I'm reading you my source from the Abram Publications that deals with the etymology of words. And the name that I showed here on my screen, it says Moses.
Brother, this is
M-O-S-E-S in the
what
Latinized version.
okay. What is written here is wrong.
Based
Because
on what?
well, I'm telling you for what. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna share my screen once again, Egyptian grammar. You know. So we're gonna see the actual glyph. So here, once again, this is Egyptian grammar, being an introduction to the study of hieroglyphs by Sir Alan Gardiner, third revised edition. Okay, it's available publicly. You know, archive.org. It's available to be downloaded online. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna put born. Oh, actually, it's better to see the glyphs, but for the record, here he wrote Thutmoses. Hold on. Thutmoses, and then he put That is born. So in Medu Neter, it's Jehuti Mes. So Jehuti is what we call thought. And Mes is what is translated as born, right? But at the end of the day, we're going to go to the vocabulary so people can see the glyph. So hold on. It's just loading a little bit. It's getting a bit slow, but we're going to get there. Oh, snap. So I'm going to look for born. Oh, you know what? Actually, Egyptian grammar. The M, the order of the letters is not the same as us. So the M will be, okay. Right now I'm at E, so I have to go down. That's the U, so I keep going. There it is. That's M. So now I look for Messi. So M, and then the S is after. So I look for Messi, and now it is N. So Messi should be somewhere. Search, so that would be before. They will have Messi new. So Messet should be close. There it is, Messi. So it is page 570 actually. See, the previous page is 569, and if I go down page 570, and here we have Messi, and the translation it says, you know, to bear, to give birth, right? From, fashion, and so on. So that glyph here, the first glyph, is a biliteral, which stands for mess, MS. The next glyph is what we call a phonetic complement. It's basically the folded cloth is the sound for S, you know. Now the E is not written, but you know, here they put messy. And then we have a ideogram, or some people may say classifier. It's basically the glyph of a woman giving birth, you see. So the ideogram doesn't have a sound here, you know, or some people may say it stands for the sound E, but I doubt that. But anyway, so that's the actual word, mess, you see. And on the Wikipedia, they told you the etymology, messy, but they spelled it, and actually I can show it. They spelled it with the Y, not with the I. Hold on, Wikipedia, there it is. You see, the Egyptian root, messy, and then it says child of, right?
Child of what?
So what yeah, okay, no, that we can talk about it later. But what I'm trying to just make you understand, and you don't have to believe me. No, you can laugh, it's okay, you know.
No, I believe you. I agree that it says child of, but child of what?
Yeah, but no, but that's something else. But it's just to show you that this is wrong. Okay, you moved, you know, but this is wrong because to claim that, yeah, but it's not the same passage that you read. To claim that Moses derived from the Egyptian, you know, the way they did it, and they have the mu. We don't have the mu. See, I've shown you Gardiner. I've shown you Wikipedia. We don't have mu. We have a single word which is messy. Do you understand? Or it may be technical because it's the hieroglyphic.
No,
but we don't have.
You don't have. You don't. Actually, what you have is you have the M and the S, right? You don't have the E.
No, fine.
Okay,
that's messy. So, that's messy.
No.
Okay, go ahead. Feel free.
Okay, so I agree. The Egyptian etymology of the word mess means child, right?
Well,
but it also means, you know, but you're giving us two definitions. It can mean child, or it could mean or child from.
Okay, now where is the mu, brother? In the name Messi, where is the mu?
Why would you be saying where's the word messy? The word Moses.
No, brother. Hold on. I didn't ask where is the word most messy. I asked where is the mu. Now here it says mo. You can say mo if you want. Where is the mo? In messy, where is the mo? We don't have mo. I'm just showing you why this article is wrong.
You keep saying you don't have mo, right? You don't have you. It's the same way that the Hebrews. You're not using the vowels. You're still using the consonantal. You're still using the consonantal renderings, right? So you wouldn't have a mo or mes. You would just have a ms.
Now check this out. We are getting somewhere now. If you claim we have the ms, I understand what you're saying. But the word in hieroglyphic is mess or messy. You see? Let's say mess. Fine. Let's say mess. You know, Jehuti mess. Thought is born. Fine. Now, this article here says that we have mo, which means water. Now, when we pronounce mess, where is the mo? We don't have it.
What? That's because you're saying that's not saying that it's the same word there. That's two different meanings. That's a compound meaning that you're giving there.
Okay,
compound meaning. Child of, child from, or mess, child, which can mean child. I mean, can mean child, or it can mean child from. Child from what? Child from water. When you're talking about Moses, or it can be used as saved from drowning.
Okay, so we're getting somewhere.
Right. So we're getting somewhere, brother. Right. So this is a compound word here, right?
Okay.
Compound meaning.
We're getting somewhere. Okay. So child of water. If you rely on that translation, which I'm saying is wrong, where is the word for water when you have messy or mess?
Why you keep asking that question?
Because I'm trying to just show and prove that
You,
the
no, you keep
hieroglyphic
saying
mess.
that's two different words. There's two different compound meanings in the glyphs.
And
right?
I agree with you that
Right.
here we have two different words. But once again, if you claim that the etymology of Moses is the hieroglyphic mess, mess means born of, or like you say, child of. Then where is the water in the
That's
name
the
Messi
glyph that it
or Mess?
shows. That's what I'm telling you. That's the glyph that it shows.
Which
That's the
glyph are you
glyph that
talking
we're
about,
looking
brother?
at. The
Which
glyph
glyph are
on
you
the
talking about?
glyph on the inscription, on the Moses inscription, shows us the water, or what you call the ripples of the water.
Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. So if that glyph right there is the mo, which is the water, where is the mess?
Where's the what?
The mess. Because you said it's a compound word.
That is it. It's not just we're not looking for two separate words when we're looking for the glyph. Because the glyph gives us the full idea. Remember, we talked about this earlier.
According to who? According to you?
According to you, because you already agree with me on that point. So we don't have to do that again.
I did not agree with you, brother.
Yes, you did. You said you did already. You said the glyph can give us and does give us at times full thoughts. So the glyph gives us the full thoughts. What?
That's what you said, brother.
That's what you agreed to, brother. Go back and scrub your timeline. So when you look at the glyph, the glyph gives us full. It gives us more than just compound words. It gives us full thoughts. And this is what you keep trying to do: is compare the false equivalency between how you read the glyphs versus how you read the Meta Nature, or you read the Proto-Sinaitic lettering or Hebrew, right? Where we would get two compound meanings. The glyphs only gives us a singular thought.
What are you reading from, brother? Is it ChatGTP right now?
I'm not reading from anything. My screen is still sharing. Click on it right now.
No, it's okay. Right, it looks to me like you're reading. It looks to me like you're reading.
My screen is still sharing. It's on the same screen that you're looking at.
It doesn't stop you from using, your phone to read ChatGTP or tablet or.
This is what my phone is on right here. You see my phone?
Yeah, but so basically, okay, fine. Just look at me. Just look at the screen. Okay, you see, you were reading for something, but it's okay. You have the right to read for something.
I was reading the chat.
Okay, fine. Okay,
because I can't see your screen because I got my screen in full on the StreamYard. My screen is in full. So I was trying to see if you were showing anything and you're not. That's what I was looking at.
But check this out. You can just not have the full screen on StreamYard and you will see the chat as well.
No, I have the full. Listen. See, I have the StreamYard. I have my StreamYard sharing the full screen, right? I have it sharing on full screen. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
See, I can
okay. Now, hold on. Let me show you.
See, now you're looking at 361 Moses inscription again. Yeah, let me take this off.
Just trying to help you with StreamYard. Hold on.
No, you don't need to help me with StreamYard. I know exactly what I'm doing.
Okay. Well, okay. Fine. Okay. Well, feel free if you want to say something else. Because I was just trying to tell you on StreamYard, you can have the screen whether you share it or not, and you can see the chat on the same screen. But it's okay.
Oh, no, that's not what I'm saying to you. I know that can be done, but that's not what I was doing. Yeah.
Okay, fine. So feel free, brother. If anything else you want to address, feel free.
Yeah.
Or any question, feel free.
No. So again, I'm just saying you're marrying. You're doing a lot of false. Comparatives, right? When you're trying to say, well, the Meta Nature, how come we don't see mess and mo together? When I'm saying, hey, listen, we know that's a compound word. We know that when we see Moses, we know that's a compound word. But when you're looking at the glyphs, it's just giving us a full thought. It's not going to give us the two. So when you're saying, show me if that's the glyph that says mo there, then we should also see a glyph that says mess. No, The full glyphs
Well,
gives us the understanding of the name Moses, which Douglas Petrovich translated based on the
okay.
etymology of what we know Moses means. And if you and
That
then you said earlier something about our your translation, I think you said for water says M-Y. I think that's what you used. M-Y. M-Y.
check this out.
M-Y
Just for the
also
record.
is a Hebrew etymological root for water as well, for Mayam.
Okay.
So you clearly
Mm,
see MY
mm.
as well.
Just for the record, brother. What
Mhm.
you're claiming is that mess gives us the full meaning, of child born of and water. Well,
No, it's not.
here,
It's
I'm
not what I
sorry.
said. It's not what I said.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, okay.
What I
I
said
thought
was when you're looking at the picture, when you're looking at the glyph, the inscription, it's giving us a complete thought, right? It's
okay.
giving
Okay.
us a complete thought.
That's what you're claiming. Fine. I hear you.
Yeah,
But I'm just
yeah.
trying to tell you with the hieroglyphic mess or messy, right?
Mhm.
There's nothing to do with water.
Well, I didn't say
And you have
I didn't say mess had something to do with water. I
well,
said
check this out,
mo
brother.
or mo had something to do with
Okay,
water.
okay. Now I heard that we move, but Dr. Petrovic doesn't claim that. Now back to your article dealing with the translation or etymology of Moses, it clearly
Hey,
says
you
from
good,
the
bro?
Egyptian.
Hold on one second, man.
Yeah.
You took the dog out?
No, that's me. I'm getting some stuff out.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So this etymology, this is your source, right? It says from the Egyptian noun mes, child, or from, and then it says mo, water. And I'm just showing you that mess has nothing to do with more, nor
Yeah.
with
Hold
more,
on.
nor with water.
Hold on one second. Hold on one second.
Fine.
Give me a
Yeah, no
second.
problem. Yeah, no problem, no problem. Okay, now if somebody wants to get on the panel, feel free. But I'm gonna go through the comments because there have been a few. But I love the convo. Now I'm just reading the comments. Now Yakanan is in the place to be. That's the brother who is a Hebrew Israelite. He lives in France and he's from the Congo, and he doesn't like Africans because of his religion, which is sad because he's from the Congo, which is in Africa. I just forgot, brother. Actually, I mentioned you. I didn't say your name, but I said, there's a brother. He's from the Congo. He doesn't like African because he doesn't like Africans because he's a Hebrew Israelite. Were you actually born in the Congo? You don't have to answer if you don't want to. I know I asked you the question. I just don't remember the answer. But shalom to you. Peace to you. Now, he first wrote East Egyptian apparently, and then he wrote shalom. Nama X is in the place to be. It's been a minute. He wrote people who believe in comic books are always confused. Then here we have Hoapse College University. I've seen that username before. I think it rings a bell to me. He wrote, Brother Shaka is an intelligent and smart brother. I appreciate that. And the thing is this, brothers and sisters. What's important is to not make stuff up. Right? Some people may be smarter or more intelligent than you, but if you stick to the facts, you'll be doing good, right? If you make a claim, make sure you can back up your claim. If you're citing somebody, just cite him. It's best to cite scholars, PhDs, doctors, because they are experts / specialists in their respective fields, you see? And I'm used to people making stuff up. Tonight, it was an example. But I don't want to say too much because he's away. He will be back. But this happens all the time. All the time people make stuff up. Now, Noble Jailir wrote, he changes his position every time you say something different. Now, obviously, those comments that were, put a while back, you know what I'm saying? Now, Nama X wrote, they have no straight answer. Then Jailir wrote, he's telling you that you agree with him. Donnie Williams wrote, moving the goalpost. Jalil wrote, he's not going to say that he don't know. Yes, indeed, he's not saying he doesn't know. Donnie Williams wrote, LOL, you just do. Jalil wrote, I told you about this guy because I have watched. Well, Jabari Sase has no problem with Sanada speaking sexually about a child publicly live on air, and it's a damn shame. Jabari Sase has no problem being on a platform where people teach that they hate Africans and celebrate the death of Africans. But, Sanada, filthy frankly, Sanada is a member of Jabari Osase's Shrine of Ma'at that I nicknamed Shrine of Isafet. You know what I'm saying? So, now not only he spoke sexually about a child publicly live on air, but, he insulted people's mothers and children, and he's on tape doing that. I'm just saying. Now, Mocho Masenia wrote, so Wikipedia disagrees with Yarah's source. I don't want to say too much because Yarah is not there. I don't want it to sound like, I'm talking bad about him when he's not there, So when he be back, I'll be saying some more. But you heard me when I asked, did Dr. Petrovic say this? Did Dr. Petrovic say that? And then you heard the answers, Now, Mocho Massenia wrote, does Yarah's source cite any sources? I've shared the links. For those who don't know, it's in the chat. So you have basically 2 links that he gave us. So the first one is here. Oh, no, sorry. No, that's what I shared. There it is. That's the first link that he gave us, BibleArchaeology.org. And it is dealing with, Dr. Doug Petrovic and the so-called ancient Moses inscription. And then he gave another link, which is bible.ca, so probably hosted in Canada. And yeah, anyway, you have that link there. Oh, Kwame Mentuhotep, Abibi Fahodi, yay! It's been a minute. Now, if somebody wanted to get on the panel, feel free. I'm going to grab something to drink. I'll be right back.
Hey, my apologies, brother. I got to take care of something. My son just came back, so I'm gonna have to cut this short, bro. But man, I enjoyed talking to you, man. Let's make a date to pick this up. He may not be back yet, but peace and blessings to y'all, man. I hope he comes back. I'm gonna put my number in the chat.
Yeah, I was away. I want to thank you, Elder Yarah, because even if we disagree, you are respectful. And the funny thing is that a while back, you had said some words towards me, you know what I'm saying? But I guess, you didn't know me, so you probably thought I was a bit
you've been
homie,
on my show since then, though, remember?
Yeah, but no, initially, when we first spoke, you said, I slapped you back to France and you croissant and all that, you know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. But I really appreciate, we did not curse each other out. you know, even if we disagree, I appreciate that, brother.
Right. No need, man. I appreciate you for having me on the show. And I'm always listening to you, man. I think for all the comedic scholars that are out here, man, I think you're the most genuine and the most knowledgeable. So I will give you the props on that. So I listen to you often, man. So I'm always trying to learn, man. I'm trying to learn from everybody, man. So peace to you,
Yeah.
family.
Peace to you, Elder Yarah.
Peace, brother.
Now, yes, peace. So feel free, brothers and sisters, if you want to get on the panel, if you have any questions or comments, you know what I'm saying? I really love the convo, you know, and I'm glad, you know, I got back in time, you know. But you know, I wanted to tell him, you know, because he was aware, I was gonna say, you know, I want to thank him for being, but I got to tell him directly, you know what I'm saying? So even if we disagree, we can be respectful. But brothers and sisters, learn to say I don't know. It's okay if you don't know, you know. It's okay if you don't know. Some people don't want to say they don't know. They always want to give an answer because they feel like if they say they don't know, it's a bad look. But it is what it is. You know, you cannot force people to say things. You know, you just deal with, you know, their claims and all that. You know, but it was a great convo. You know, and we have the right to disagree because some people act like, okay, because we're black, we have to stick to each other and we have to agree on everything. You know what I'm saying? Even if they don't say it like that, if you say I disagree, they act like, oh, you're being divisive. Scholars disagree amongst each others. Now, Donnie Williams wrote, I walk around saying I don't know. Yeah. Now, Kwame Mentuhotep wrote, in Moses and monotheism, he quotes Petri only to say Moses is related to Ramesses, Thutmoses, Ahmoses, etc. And then here he wrote Sigmund Freud. Okay, so does somebody want to get on the panel? Because if not, then I can call it a day. I've been live me for a good while, and it was a very long discussion. I mean, I have time, you know, I wouldn't mind continuing the discussion, you know what I'm saying? But I always prefer when people get on the panel, you know what I'm saying? Now, if people, you know, don't want to get on the panel but ask questions in the chat, then feel free, you know. Took note of the number. So it looks like it's quiet in the chat, so maybe we're gonna call it a day then. But if somebody wants to get on the panel, here is the link. And if anybody wants to ask a question, then you have the chat. Now, Nama X wrote, Brother Shaka, is it your belief that no Kemetic no Kemetics left Kemet after the Greeks and Arabs invaded it? Well, I don't know in great details. When the Greeks came in, is what we call the late period. It is circa 400 BC. I think probably some people stayed because we have Nubians in Egypt. They are labeled Nubians, you know. So some people would think, okay, they are Nubians, they are from Nubia. But it's in Egypt, and I went there in 2012. We have Nubians. Now, before the Greeks came, in 600 BC, we had what some people call the sack of Thebes. So those were Assyrians, if I'm not mistaken. So 200 years, 2 centuries before the Greeks, we already had a foreign invasion. It's from 600 BC that the indigenous inhabitants of Kemet were no longer ruling. Now, before that, of course, we had a rule of the Hyksos, but the Hyksos ruled more in the north. They did not rule the whole country. So I think they started living, you know, way before that. But then I don't have too much information about, estimation of how many people may have left and so on, and where they may have gone. Now, yeah, that's the next question that he asked. Where do you think they went? I really don't know, but most likely they would have gone, south, and probably um, towards the west, towards Western Africa. Because if they would have went towards the east, then that would have been, towards the area where we had the Amu or Asiatics, and many of them were considered enemies, and the Hyksos or Hekahasut or Hekaukasut. Um, they were indeed Amu, because we have that on that Beni Hassan, depiction. We have the word Amu, and I have already shown the British Museum where it says that the Hyksos were of Palestinian descent. There is another mention from some scholar where it says also that the Hyksos are of Palestinian descent. But generally, scholars would not say exactly where they come from. We don't really know exactly where they come from. And indeed, even when we talk about now Palestinian descent, so that's the place that people call Israel today, So Palestine, or Canaan. Even when we talk about Canaan, I'm sure that many of you read Syro-Palestine or Syrio-Palestine, So some people will say the Levant. Some people may say Phoenicia, So yeah, that's what I would say so far. Now, Kwame Mentuhotep wrote, in African origin of civilization, Cheikh Anta Diop suggests some of them moved west. This is most likely that they went south and that they went left, left towards the west. Now, of course, when I say towards the west and towards the east, that's the way we see it, because I'm sure many of you know that, what we call South Africa, or the southern part of Africa will be, and I have a t-shirt, do I have it? See if I have it there. I did not iron it yet, but I'm sure many of you have seen the map. Let me look for it. Oh, the site doesn't work, but he told me, I think maybe it's on Facebook. What are the pictures? Looking for the t-shirt that I bought. I bought several. And it's actually Wijau. Very nice design. When I won my first title as a champion of what we call Ile-de-France, which is the Paris outskirt, I was wearing the t-shirt that says Ma'at. I even showed him the video when he came on my panel the first time. So this is the link to the Facebook. And for those who did not see that first dialogue of Ujao and I'm going to share it in the chat. I had bought several shirts and also what do you call it again? Not a hoodie, but without the, maybe you call it sweatshirt, without the the cap or whatever. But anyway, so here's the link to the first dialogue between Ujao and I. And very recently, you know, we had a second one. So here's the link to the second dialogue between Ujao and I. And what I was doing is just scrolling through the find the t-shirt that I had bought, so you can see the map. There it is. There it is. That's the one. That one there. Maybe I need to click on it so it's larger. That one. I had bought that t-shirt, and I'm sure many of you have seen the map of Africa that way, you know, upside down or right side down. It depends on your perspective, you know. So yeah. And I must say the design is nice. And as a matter of fact, right now, that's one of his shirt, Het Heru, Hathor. The design is nice and the quality is good as well, because you know it has faded, you know, but I had it for many years actually, you know. As a matter of fact, I think I had it for a decade. So it has faded, you know, you wash it so many times and all that, you know, but it remained, you know, good for a long time. It's definitely good quality, you know, I must say, you know. But that being said, you can get some custom designs, mugs, shirts from yours truly. Now, I don't run the website, but you know, you have the link right there. So you see, my art forever. I'm in a place to be tonight. Kemet mug. You can have your own design. Oh, I did not have the. And here, just to give you an overview. See, I love mommy, I love daddy. Hoodies, t-shirts, hats, my art restored t-shirts. You can change the color, of course, there's different sizes. I love Kemet mug, my art hoodie. As a matter of fact, some of you may have seen, is it sharing? Yes, let me put this here. Some of you may have seen that video that I uploaded, you know, when I went ice skating with my son. I'm actually wearing the, which page is that? Studio, there it is. I'm gonna put the volume down. The volume is already down. There's the ad. I entitled it "Cold as Ice?" question mark. No, just chilling. There it is. You can see I'm wearing the Ma'at beanie low, or you know, hat. Let's say hat. My son is wearing the well, actually, I have them right there. My son was wearing that design. I was wearing that one, which has the writing of Ma'at and but also the ideogram of Ma'at, because she is wearing, or let's say she has the ostrich feather on her head. And there you also have the ostrich feather by itself, which also stands for Ma'at, you know. So very nice design. But anyway, oh, Donnie Williams wrote that he got the golden portrayal of shirts. He literally have a shirt that says Amen Ra Squad, no cap. So anyway, some of the designs that you can find. You have keychains, sorry, you have mouse pads, you know, Kemet, Ma'at, different colors. You even have seat belt covers. No, is it sharing? Yes, it is. And you have ceramic coasters. You have travel mugs. You have umbrellas. You have mugs. I'm in a place to be tonight. I love mommy mugs. I love Kemet mugs. I love mommy. I love daddy. Different designs. You have tote bags. You have backpacks. You have t-shirts, Hotep, Kemet, Ma'at, for men, for women. Kemet shirts, Kemet hat, with the wood or with the glyphs only. Bandanas. I have one here. I showed it so many times, you know, but hey, why not? Ma'at Forever bandana. Ma'at Forever hats. Fisherman's hat. Amen Ra hat. You have Ankh shirts for men, for women, Ma'at shirts, Kemet shirts, different design. I've already made a video where I'm wearing some of these. That one is one of the nicest because you have the Ma'at word, you have the Ma'at glyph, you have it also on the sleeves, and you also have it on the back. Very, very nice design. And then you have, you know, some coats / jackets. You have the Ujat Eye or Eye of Horus, Eye of Heru. You even have beach shorts, polo shirts. You even have leggings, Ankh polo shirts. You even have woman bathrobe. You know what I'm saying? You have leggings with pockets, legging without pockets, Ankh leggings, that is. Woman blouse. You have men bathrobe, Old Kingdom and Nama shirts. I'm in a place to be tonight shirts. I'm a place to be tonight hats. Sharing, yes it is. Luggage tags. You even have some jigsaw, African jigsaw. You even have the Underground Railroad jigsaw, you know, so your children can, you know, get familiar with the different African countries. See, now you can see the size on the table, and it's quite affordable, you know, only $23 for the African jigsaw. Anyway, so should we call it a day, or somebody wants to ask question? Somebody want to ask question or make a comment? Feel free if you want to. And once again, somebody want to get on the panel, here's the link. I'll wait, you know, I don't know, a minute or two, and if there's nobody, then we can call it a day. But thank you for your participation. You know, some people I didn't hear from in a while, and you know, it's good to see them coming every now and then. I know that before I used to warn people way ahead of my streams, you know, hours ahead, sometimes, you know, a day before or something. But lately, you know, I'm kind of going live on the spot, you know, it's not like before. But hey, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? So there's nobody. We're gonna call it a day. Thank you very much. Stay safe, stay healthy. If I'm allowed to by the net chat, I will definitely holler back at you. I don't argue. I said facts. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. If you do not think right, you will not act right. If you know better, you will do better. Do it to do. Hope tap.
Now, for the record, for those who don't know, I'm giving middle nature classes, and here, that's the flyer. Okay, so those who are interested, feel free to holler at me. If you're not interested, it's cool, but I recommend that everybody who has not yet seen the video Kemet and Ma'at before Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, then watch it. It has about 300,000 views and really deserves to have a lot more.
I just want to let everyone know who's listening in now and who's going to listen to this stream in the future. I just had my first Meta Nature class by Brother Shaka today, and I've had other Meta Nature lessons by other teachers, and I can tell you right now, the brother is the best in the game. He is that was one of the best classes I've ever had, ever. So if you're interested in learning the Meta Nature, if you're interested in getting the basics of it, Brother Shaka is an awesome teacher. Get with him, and it's extremely affordable. This brother is giving us his time and his skills, and he's basically giving it away. I mean, I just consider it a donation. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody's interested in learning the Meta Nature, get with this brother right here. He's an awesome teacher. And I'll end with that.
Hotep Senu, Hena Senut. This is Julie, also known as Servant of Yah, and I'm currently taking the Medu Neture classes with Brother Shaka, and it has been an amazing experience. Only 2 lessons so far, and I feel like I've been taking the classes for months, just with the how in depth he goes into the vocabulary words, the construction of the language, the grammar. It's been immeasurable, the experience. And one thing that comes across, hands down, is his extreme passion for teaching this to anyone who is willing to learn and has an interest in learning. So I highly suggest, if you are interested, even a minimal interest, that you subscribe to the classes with Brother Shaka. It's such a nominal amount for how much you get. I know, like, our last class was over 2.5 hours. It felt like 2 minutes, but because that's how, involved you are in what he's teaching and how he teaches and how compassionate he is about what he teaches. Also with sharing materials free of charge, no question, no doubt. It's just what he does. He doesn't have to, but he does. And so I just wanted to give a short testimonial about the class and the effectiveness of the class. And all of that is attested to how studied Brother Shaka is. So I highly recommend anyone with a minimal interest that you do sign up for the Medu Neture class. Hotep.
Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, which is Ma'at Forever. Don't forget to watch the video entitled Kemet and Ma'at. Don't forget to share Kemet and Ma'at on my channel on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, or other social media that you use. Email, text messages, you name it. Those who wish to donate can do so on paypal.me/Ma'at Forever.